What's up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! It's Friday. Are you ready to have a good time? Or are you ready to hang out in the basement like me? Stay cool. I went ahead and put up my favorite YouTube channel. Look at that. Who's all here? Look at that. Gearhead Bumble Brimfield. One mechanic. How's it going? Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Robert Worthington, how's it going? See if the feed is lagging a little bit. I show 4 people here and 0 on my deal. Oh, look at that, 16, just like that. Pat Paulsen, Tool Cartel, what's up, brother? How you doing? I am Bush. Randy Kilborn, hey. For the love of tools, how's it going? How are y'all doing? I gotta take my hat off for a little bit because I'm sweating. Spencer, VW Junkie. Can I order a new cart from Mac? I don't know. Ted, I suppose you can if you got a Mac tool dealer. I don't know if they'll sell you one outright. George Ortega, what's up from Dallas, Texas? How's it going? Ted McConaughey, how's it going? 16 people in the chats. Thank you all for coming. I hope you've all been doing well this week. Princess Jamie and all. I did. Yellow. You did order from your new Mac? I'm confused. You just asked me? Oh, I ordered a new cart from Mac. I apologize, Spencer. My brain's still fried. I'm fried. I'm fragged. I'm just burnt out. I'm about ready to. Matco Comfort Grimm handles are huge. Yeah, they are. They're phallic-like. Last time I checked, that they weren't definitely my cup of tea. The heat is taking over the Midwest for sure. Yes, it is. It is. It was 106 real feel today, 95 degrees. Very, very muggy. Grimm's Auto Service, what's up, my man? How you doing? For the love of tools, still wants a Mac dealer. I thought you had a Mac dealer, but you didn't like him. I'm confused. Grimm's Auto Service, great to see you, buddy. Great new video that you just put out. Definitely enjoyed that. You definitely you've got, your days are like mine. Just go and do. I hit 120. RBRT ain't cheap. Is it worth it? Good video in the future, maybe. Robert Worthington, yes. We are definitely having some. I have some concerns about the RBRTs, whether or not I need to, or whether or not you need to spend the whole shebang on some of them. But definitely, I hit 121 degrees on Wednesday. Where are you at in hell? 106 real feel in Grand Forks, yeah. Grand Forks, North Dakota. That's the same as it is here, Brandon, Hasby. I would be happy just seeing a Mac tool truck. Would probably cause a heart attack from shock me. You know, I wished I could make Mac tool trucks appear like out of thin air. Unfortunately, yeah. My Mac guy hasn't been here for 2 weeks now. Uh-oh. That's not good, Grimm. I thought your video just said you picked up some new stuff. Grimm, I seen you had a tubing cutter and something else. I can't remember what it was. Kyle Karpovich, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Ducati parts. We only have a Snap-on. 3 shops in town, and no other trucks come by. Yeah, that happens. That happens, guys. You know, I mean, the price of tea in China don't, you know, it costs the same whether you go to the 2 shops or 3 shops, you know. So, you know, guys always talk about this, but how do you like? I love the cordless long neck ratchet, Henry 3R. Hands down, the best ratchet there is. That's all there is to it. Yeah, the thing is why Snap-on gets the most, because there's double the distributors out there that there is for Mac dealers. You know, you'll hardly ever hear anybody complaining about the Snap-on guys. There is places without Snap-on dealers, but everyday Fleet Tech in the house. Look at him, the legend, the man, the myth. Man, we would have enjoyed having you here on Saturday, Everyday Fleet Tech. You would have had fun, man. We busted out. I didn't break out any of the high power shit, but you know, I busted out all the pistols and stuff. We were shooting 100 yards, ping, ping, ping. I got a couple 100-yard pistol shots in. I was pretty happy with that after not shooting for a while. I was thinking, Power Stroke Druid has a good one here. I was thinking about applying for a Mac franchise here in SoCal. We never see them. I think I'd make a good living. You definitely could, Power Stroke Druid. Every day, or Tarek, what's up, man? What's up to all my Harbor Freighters? Yeah, we'll get back to that, Power Stroke Jude. That's a question for a little bit more. Grimm's Auto Service. That was a while back. Just posted a video. I'm slow at making. Hey, it's all good, Grimm's. I enjoy seeing them when you post them out there, buddy. I definitely support my fellow Iowan, and I definitely love the small town shop, man. It reminds me of my uncle's service station up in northeastern Iowa, and definitely love that lifestyle. I actually, when I was in high school, that's exactly how I did stuff too, Grimm, and I miss that. I miss it. You can't do stuff like that here anymore in Des Moines. Bo Freak, what's up? Yeah, we could have hustled some. Yeah, I definitely. We had some chumps next to us. That's for sure. Tools and trash. Woo! Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for leaving me the Heineken. Cheers to you, Tools and Trash. I'm sucking on this horse piss. God, it's rank. I don't know if it's already Montebello Mustang. What's up? Diamond D Expeditions. Joshua Brandenburg. Oh, look at them dirty suckers. They're smart. They put their deal on the bottom of this. I don't know who VSI Vending is. They're server something. I don't know where you got this crazy from. We got some big stuff happening on the horizon, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Want you guys to know, always you're going to hear it first on my Friday live stream, because we just have, you guys are my loyal followers. You know, it is definitely, we got some awesome stuff coming up. I am so excited. Just a couple companies that I'm working with. I am definitely stoked that I get to actually pay homage to some people that I've definitely given respect for, and we're gonna get rid of a few people that didn't, you know, pan out for us. You know, basically, we're not into the hype. Dude, that's the Iowa beer, Everyday Fleet Tech. I can't knock it. Bush is like, everybody drinks it. ETR Garage, what's up? Yeah, I could honestly go with that. Bumble Binfield. Mac Tools unquestionably has the coolest logo. Yeah, I would agree with that. I've always been a fan. I guess they have a lot of really cool they have a lot of really cool merchandise, really. But I mean, that's second to the actual tools. You know what I'm saying? Like in the big scheme of things, the tools are actually what make the money. How about everybody? How does everybody feel about the well, you little son of a gun. You little sucker, you. Apparently that pauses out. Cruising in the Civic. RBRT saved my butt today. Thanks, Chad. Brought him in and love him. That's awesome, man. Jake, for the love of tools, how do you like it? I don't know what I missed here. My Snap-on dealer's a D-bag. Mac Tools is growing on me since the RBRT. Matco let me borrow their half-inch high-torque impact. Not too impressed. They said it's supposed to beat the Milwaukee in breakaway torque, but I haven't found it to be true. I'm not surprised one bit. It's a rebranded tool, and it's made by a Japanese company or Taiwanese company, and several companies sell it. In fact, if you go look it up online, you can find the Matco cordless tools for about a quarter of the price. They're just different. They're rebranded, and they might change the battery specs on them or the way the batteries are put in so they don't match up the same. But that's, I mean, a TTI does it too. So, I mean, you got Ryobis and, you know, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. I was at Ross today, and they had a small section of Stanley's tool. Stanley stuff is, you know, it's some gamer DIY stuff. Not always the greatest for, you know, it'll get you by. It'll get you by. I am super pumped. I'm not feeling pretty pumped, but I'm definitely super pumped. Just got my 3/8 Snap-on 14. Yeah, dude. I tell you what, man. Cordless tools, if you want good stuff that's gonna last without having to back the warranty to prove it, Snap-on stuff I think is the way to go. You know, I know it's expensive and I don't condone it for everybody, but at the end of the day, guys, their flat rate for their repair stuff is ridiculous. My cornrow guy dropped off an MSC 500 kit. He's never seen this. Handy little razor blade kit. Very nice. I'm gonna have to check that out. D. Reske. Bought a set of Stanley ratcheting wrenches. SA Taiwan. Super nice for the money. 14.4 yes. 18 volt no. Agree. Tool Cartel. 100% agree. AgTech, that's a good question. I haven't had to use them since I bought them. One of those deals again. You buy them, you don't need them. Yes, Aaron Johnson, I will definitely agree. Tool Cartel, I agree with that too. 18 volt line is pretty much useless. I don't need it. I will go with the DeWalt 20 volt. That's just my preference because I'm going through the Mac dealer. I'm only buying on the tool trucks because I like the tool truck stuff. That's all there is to it. I like the quietness of the Mac DeWalt version. I like how it's quiet. And quite frankly, I'm still not sold on using cordless impacts all the way. But I don't have a half-inch big boy impact yet because I'm not giving up on my air. That's just the long and short of it. Joshua Brenner, you are definitely a big fan of Snap-on tools. I got some Stanley tools at Ross. Did I miss somebody? Super chat? Just Tarek? Tarek, thanks for the $10 holler, by the way. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a bunch. We've been busier than all get out, guys. I'll tell you this right now. There's Bearded Mechanic. How you doing? Definitely cutting myself up all over the place. I've been jacking myself up. Our Mac guy saying he'll only come if we call needing something. A lot of customers are pissed. Moving on to Snap-on. Right? Like I said, if you don't pay, you don't play. That's how it is. I know a lot of tool guys got to make money right now. That's probably the biggest problem. Son of a! By the way, I flayed my ankle or my foot last weekend, guys. So forgive me if I scream out of. I flayed the back of my heel last weekend somehow. Woke up with a big chunk of it missing. Things got a little out of hand, but you know, that's how it works. Greg Freemark, good afternoon. I'm assuming you're from over the seas. My bad, 600. Oh, yeah. The pocket protector retracting razor blade kit you showed us. Yeah, that stuff's awesome, man. I definitely like that. Those are made right here in Iowa. D. Rusky. Those are called the, oh man, what are those things called? They're called retracting kits, I think is what they're called. Retractable tools. Yeah, cordless tools on, cordless tools off, air on. That's how I do it, Parstroke, dude. Bingo! Winchester, what's up in the house? By the way, guys, all you blue wrenches out there, if we get anybody in here tonight that's causing any type of havoc, I want you to just cut that shit right out, right away. No, casualty or big toenail. No, this is my heel. My heel of my foot. It is ridiculous. It is. I just blasted off the back half of it, and I've had to work every day, so it just crushed over, and then I take my sock off and it bleeds, and it does the same thing. Pat, that probably won't happen. That guy is never going to be in the background anything I do. Promise you that. He made some comments this week that got him. I know he hasn't. He didn't start. He didn't kind of start it, but he did start it. So he's had it started for a while. He had it coming for a while. What happened last week? We're gonna elaborate on that a little bit later, but I definitely was a little bit tipsy. I had a lot of whiskey and a lot of apple pie, and I don't remember anything that happened from the end of the live stream till 2 or 3 in the morning, to be honest with you. It was a bad deal. Hadn't happened like that now. Cody Leonardo, how you doing? My kid is so happy I got him some sockets and a ratchet and screwdriver from Stanley. That's $20. That's awesome, Power Stroke Jude. You know what? That right there, you'd be surprised. That little deal right there, was that's the kind of thing right there that made me tickled. You know, you can give a lot of kids stuff nowadays, but you give kids something like that, you'd be surprised. They'll do wonders with it. Just wrench it. What's going on? Apple pie wasted. That's right, man. I was apple pie wasted. I was smoked. I had no business being on live stream. No business doing anything that I did. I had no idea what I was doing, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was a complete mess. Hey Murray, what's going on? In fact, we're on a 2-beer minimum. The only reason I'm having a few drinks tonight is because we're supporting the Venom HP. Oh, what do you guys think about these slap koozies? You guys like these mini ductor slap koozies? Huh? The mini ductor Venom HP. You guys like these? I don't mind these slap koozies. They're all right. But we got the mini ductor. I figured we'd use this guy right here tonight. The mini ductor Venom HP. Slap koozie. Not a sponsor. Cold snacks. That's right, bingo. Mike Swindell, what's going on? We all live and learn. Well, Tarek, I lived and learned again. You think I'd learned enough after 40 years, but I learned another lesson. Don't let Hard Knocks. I'm pretty sure he roofied my apple pie. I don't know where that cat is tonight, but pretty sure that old Hard Knocks roofied my apple pie last week. Just picked up some Snap-on stubby ratcheting screwdrivers. Was surprised how much I liked it. That doesn't surprise me. Hello, a patch of Heaven's Farm. And I apologize. Dwayne V, I brought my son a Capri General Service set. Pretty nice. 973 sub count. Yeah, CP, I knew you were hammered down by the end. Yeah, because I really didn't care what I said. Yeah, apple pie definitely smoked the White Claw, Princess Jamie. Ain't no doubt about it. I beat the brakes off of White Claws last week. Not only that, I beat the hell out of my refrigerator down here, too. There's basically no handles on it anymore, which not a big deal. Old Henry, he was not impressed. And then let's just say we went out to the old watering hole afterwards, and that was even more interesting. So Knox was lurking in the background a lot. Yeah. Craig alcohol. Yeah, I drank a full bottle of whiskey. I don't even know. Drank a full bottle of whiskey and a full bottle of apple pie, full half gallon. There's a whole half gallon of apple pie there. He was fondling the Matco ratchet. You damn right. No filter CP was right. No Hero Rider, what's going on? Yeah, that's not my typical drinking. I was a little bit out of control. It was hot and I was thirsty. And the problem is with the heat in me is that I just open up and just pour it down. And before I knew it, my liver was like, CP, I'm checking out. You can do whatever you want. My head was like, yeah, whatever. What tool truck brand would I want to work for? Just wondering. I don't know. You tell me, man. You said you like Snap-on. So, yeah. I'd make... Yeah, we're going to have another Midwest meetup, fellas. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever. We're going to have another Midwest meetup. I think we should have one in the fall, maybe to counteract it again. Definitely, I'd definitely like to get something a little bit more concrete and then be able to have, like, I have a big bonfire. I have a big pile to burn in the back. I have a big brush pile that I got to burn and, like, get maybe a half a hog, do a hog roast. My old man was really good at doing that stuff. He was killer at doing hog roast. My dad could put on a hell of a party. I'm not very good at doing stuff like that because I just work all the time. The Jack Liver Light was definitely flashing, Grimm. I went full like I was 21 again. For real. I haven't been that drunk in 20 years. No doubt. I woke up and I did not know where I was at. No joke. Don't remember driving home, which was really bad. Not good. Is Alabama in the Midwest? I don't know. It's in the grain belt. That's all that matters, right? It has happened to all of the CP lives, the CP live and learn, right? Yeah. Oh man, I'll tell you, it was something to be, but we ruffled some feathers, so that was a good thing. I got some emails and interesting emails, and people were chattering, and obviously the competitor, or I guess you can call them competitors, the other YouTubers that I offended, they were like, oh, we're not going to help him out anymore. I was like, when did you ever help me in the first place? I mean, this is the kind of people, I love it when people take credit for shit that they have never done in their life. And that's what really, hello, Larry, that's what really, just absolutely chaps my britches is that, these guys, some of these guys on YouTube like to gaslight the words. And you guys heard me say this the other day on Watch You Say Wednesday. They like to gaslight their words and influence their channel onto you by saying, oh, well, we listened to you and then we brought this to you. You didn't bring shit. You didn't bring shit. It was already being brought and you're just showing it because you're like vomit. You puke up exactly what somebody else has already done. Yeah, YouTube channel Stolen Valor. I don't know about that. I don't know about YouTube channel Stolen Valor. I would say more along the lines of YouTube channel, like I said, throw up. It's regurgitated throw. It's like a baby bird. It's like eating mama's bird stuff. I would love to visit everyone if I can. Heck yeah. We support you no matter what. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, I appreciate that, Princess Jamie. I'm not going to change for anybody because guess what? The people that are behind me and the companies that are dealing with me are listening to me and they are listening to you guys. And they're absolutely doing the right thing. And I definitely, I can't wait until I get these new tools first and everybody copies off my videos. The crate, JC Smith, what's up? The Great Pretenders. No, JC, you're exactly right, man. The Great Pretenders. There's guys that are out here doing work, and there's guys that are out here trying to work. They're working to do nothing. That's what they're doing. There's a difference in life. JC Smith is a good example of that. He's working to get somewhere like I am. I don't have time to play around and whatnot. I try to do as much as I can with social media, but the Great Pretenders, you will notice that they are social media. You know, their limelight is social media. You know, they're all over social media. So, yeah. Ken the Long Guy, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I'm not mad. It's not that I'm bitter or nothing. I just don't like people that don't tell the truth. That's all there is to it, man. I understand honesty. Just want to follow whatever else. I just don't like that stuff, man. It's just that's not what I've always been the type of guy that wants to see the new, and then, you know, I want to help you guys out. You know, the other thing is the biggest thing is what I really want to do is give to my subscribers. I want to give to the guys that are hard work. The makers and fixers are you guys in the live stream, and I literally want to give back to you guys. That's the whole thing. That is the whole thing. Is none of these other channels want to do that. They want to take, and I want to give. I literally want to give. That's all I want to do. I don't need shit. But if I can give out to everybody, and I got stuff coming that's going to be given out to everybody. And guess what, guys? I should have put this in there. We're 150 subscribers away from the 3,000 subscriber giveaway. That's right. We're CP's giving away a bunch of tools. Not only that, Tarek was on here last week on Bearded CVs, and he gave away a ton of tools. That's a guy that wants to give too. Everybody thank Tarek for all that too. I mean, everybody forgets about that guy. I think, you know, he's been on my channel umpteen times, a good friend of mine, and he's given out, you know, well, I guess he was on Bearded's giving out last week, but he's been on my channel and he's gave out too. I mean, how much stuff did you give away last week, Tarek? $1,000 worth of stuff? You know, we're constantly giving away stuff that we don't need, stuff that we don't want. Well, it's not that we don't want, stuff that we just want to help everybody else out. I think everybody deserves to get a little bit for all the hard work. They may not be. Two types of social media people: the ones who enjoy sharing and helping others, and the ones that didn't get enough attention as a child and they're still looking for it. You're 100% right, JC. I mean, dude, everything you say, man, I hang on it like a, you know, I mean, that's just it. You're kind of old school like I like, you know, that's how there's to it. You know, we were the type of people that we grew up, people helped me out when I was younger. People helped me out, and that's all I want to do too, is help people out as well. Larry Borgstrom. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. Larry, you were awesome. The Outlaw, Larry Borgstrom. And I get shit we're throwing in for 3K giveaway. Oh, there you go, man. See? Tarek's awesome. Tarek just got a new toolbox. If you haven't checked him out on Instagram, you can check out his new toolbox. For whatever reason, he posted it upside down. I'm guessing he's going to shake it out of there. Tarek is quite the gentleman. RBRT, George Brewitt. We'll see what happens. Wow, man. I'm down here tonight because, A, I'm doing laundry. 81 people in the chat, guys. 81 people in the chat. Even after last weekend's fiasco, still 80 people come in here and watch me, and I can't even, you know. Some don't test tools right. There was one who said the icon sockets were junk, beating a socket up with a hammer and destroying it. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but I agree. Some people, I think the only way you can test a tool is do it like JC. He does, JC. That's what I've said. That is no joke right there. See that? Right there. Great minds think alike. There's no joke about that, JC. I have literally said that before. God rest his soul, Charlie Daniels. Yeah. Where was that? I missed that, and I got off the subject there. Yeah, testing tools. There's no joke about that, guys. The only way to really test tools is put them into time. I put them in, if you guys saw, did I leave that down here? No. I think I took it out to the garage, but my 3/8 Capri Impact, I handed that out to 6 different mechanics, including Brandon, Bearded CB, to get it to test. And that thing has been put through the paces. And I honestly feel like over the last 6 months, I've gave it a fair shot at, and that's the only. Tech May, how's it going? I'm glad to see you. I'm glad I didn't offend you last week and shun you away. Good to see you back. I appreciate it. That is so awesome. Best channel. I'm not going to say I'm the best channel because I'm not trying to be the best channel. Like I said, guys, there's 7 billion people in the world. I'm only looking for 1 million of them. I don't need everybody to be my friends. Bearded CB, how you doing? Some people can't handle the success as well as others. Sometimes it changes people. Yeah, you're 100% right, Ken the Long Guy. I agree. It's hard to stay on top. Pretty soon, live viewers on YouTube will be equal to your OnlyFans numbers. Yeah, I agree. That's the reason why I keep doing these live streams, is because the people that come to my live streams, you guys mean that much to me. Pat Clark Barnes. No offense, but I'm not doing giveaways for my channel when hit subscriber number. People either watch because they enjoy it. I do agree with that, JC, and I honestly, I wouldn't have done this, and I 100% agree with exactly what you're saying. I was green and young and new to this, so I just made a number and did it. But I completely agree, and I completely agree 100% with what you're saying, JC, and understand totally what you mean. After I did it, I immediately regretted it because it was a number that I put forth, and instead I would just rather give out to my subscribers. I would rather just pick my guys and give them out. Well, you may have, but no point in holding grudges. I learned a lot from. That's cool, man. I appreciate that, Tech man. I'm not that person that was drunk and he was just foolish. Once again, I can only apologize for, what I just do dumb stuff sometimes, and it's not who I am, Yeah. Bumble icon is not ready from the prom. What was that? Yes, that was George Pruitt. That was the Good Guy Car Show. Absolutely. 90 people in the chat tonight. A lot of people in the chat. CP is giving back. It's not a giveaway from him. It's a gift to another tech. And you're 100%. That's exactly what it is. I want to give out to the people of my choosing, and I want to give it. The 3,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be a little bit different, but after that, there's going to be random giveaways to people just because. I gave out to all the guys that came out to the Midwest meetup, and I would just love to give out to people that come to another meetup. I would like to just, it's not bribing them to come to the meetup. I just want to help people out. That's all there is to it, Somewhere, somehow, there's a guy out there that needs a hammer that can't afford it, but that hammer might make the difference between him making another $200 an hour. Not an hour, but $200 a day. And that's a metaphor. It's not just a hammer. But, I have worked my way to get to this point, and now it's okay for me to give back a little bit. And that's exactly what I want to do. And using this channel to help do that, along with donations and other companies donating stuff, all that is to give. I don't care about there's nothing in it for me but to help people out. That's all there is to it. I'm still going to be a blue-collar guy because I love it. I love being who I am, and I love going to work every day, and I love working. That's all there is to it. I love what I do. I don't love what I do. I get tired of what I do because it seems monotonous. But I do love working. I have to work because I have to have that structure in my life. So I appreciate and respect being able to put in. Look at my hands, guys. These aren't. I know JC's hands will probably look worse than mine. But that's because I just did laundry. But look at my hands, guys. These calluses, Every one of these this week, I had the skin coming completely off my hands this week. You know, these aren't hands of a sissy boy. And I every time I wash my clothes, they do get cleaner. I will be honest. And I'm washing clothes. That's why I'm down in the basement. But the the skin is coming off my hands because of work this week. So you know, it was busy as hell this week. 91 people in the chat. Can't thank you guys enough. All of you that have stopped by. Appreciate you. I watched you scream past me on the sub count. You decently put in the work recording videos. I put in I make videos pretty, you know, just make videos. That's all there is to it. I don't really think I put in that much work compared to everybody else. Like, people complain about my videos a lot, Everyday Fleet Tech. You know what I mean? I think like people complain about the Snap-on one because I put some music in there. You know, your passion, motivation. CP, you've already have enough pliers to last him 500 years. Yeah, I like buying tools still. Guys messaged me with a sob story about all his tools. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, JC. That's exactly, you know, you're 100% right. That's my biggest nightmare, JC. That is 100% my biggest nightmare, and I have heard that, and I'll tell you that is the biggest killer. But I think that I know a lot of these subscribers good enough now that I think the people I know that I would send stuff to would be, you know, the one. So JC, you know, everything you say, I like I said, I agree with you 100% on. You know, there's no doubt about it. You know, I don't, and I respect you a whole hell of a lot. Of anybody on YouTube, there ain't no joke. I literally respect you because I know you're for real, legit dude, like the type of guy that I grew up around, and that's the kind of guy that I respected. I've decided to get rid of my Harbor Freight impact socket soon. Yeah, you know, don't get rid of them because get rid of them because you can. Don't get rid of them because you have to. 94 people in the chat. Zim Hollow Farm, thank you very much. Yeah, no, I've already had guys that have done the same thing that JC's talking about, that have tried to scam me for stuff, and then I found out they were, you know, this is what YouTube's about, guys. You know, there's a lot of garbage people out there. Adam Daniello, yes, some people do suck. Turners by Turner. There are some complainers, and then there's the doers. That's right. Joey Barth, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for hitting that like button. Appreciate you, Grimm. So I stopped doing as much as I used to. Too many people took advantage. Now I give straight to kids out of mechanic school, and I plan on doing some of that. I've already done some of that, I should say. I've actually already done some of that. We have some. I know where there's some young techs in some shops, and I kept my eye on them, and I waited for them to see what they were going to do, and then I jumped on giving them a few things. So, you know, you won't see everything that I do on my YouTube, but that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And I've helped out a shop too. There was a shop that was, I gave him $500, you know, to help him out. He had a shop that was, he needed some stuff, and he was, you know, kind of going through a rough deal. So. Dano! There was a channel that shall remain nameless that was selling donated tools. I'd love to know who that was. We must have hit our peak. We're down to 86. But anyways, guys, I appreciate all of you. Louis Sandoval, how's it going? Yes, it has been a while. Think Trucking. Holy smokes. There he is, the big man himself. Oh, Mike Jones. What's up, Mike Jones? I need some young techs in my shop. We're so short-handed if anyone needs a job in Alabama. Montevello, it is a very big challenge, and that's exactly why I started doing this channel. That is one of the other big reasons that I started doing this channel is that there is so much bad and skewed information on YouTube that pushes people in so many directions. Okay, but the thing about it is you just need to get your hands dirty with somebody. I would let any new tech use all of my tools. If they want it and they needed help, and I could give them a job, and I would teach them how to work on cars and get them rolling, and then help them get tools. That's the best way for any young tech. Hands down, there's no reason for them to even buy tools at this point. Find out if you can find somebody to work for. That's the thing right there. 100% best way, hands down. You don't need to buy shit, okay? Don't buy anything. Don't buy a single tool. If you are a new tech and you're looking to get in this, find a guy that's willing to help you out and let you use his tools. And then work with him and understand how to work on cars. Then start making your purchases as you go. So you can get into a shop and help work for guys like Montevello. Every time I have something in the giveaway, I immediately donated it to someone else live stream who thought they could use it. There's too many tools. I need it. There are some I want. Exactly, JC. You're exactly right. That's exactly it. Anytime that I get something I don't want, that's what I try to give away too. There's tools that I need, and there's tools that I buy. I usually end up buying. The sad part about it is I haven't received crap. Let's see. What have I received that I have actually kept? A set of 6-point wrenches, a stubby impact. The stubby impact I did keep. I don't really need, but it is more handy than my old IR. And I have used it, and it does work for me well. What else did I got? Wrenches, impact. I can't remember. Oh, I got a bar and a crescent wrench. So I've gotten 4 items for free since I've been doing YouTube in just about a year. 4 freaking items. Oh, I got a set of Lido gloves, but I won those in a giveaway. And I do use them. They are really handy. I really like them. I would let a new tech use my tools as long as he could, hold his phone hostage until they all return to deed. That is exactly how to do it too. For real, right there. But you know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, that's the best way to teach anybody. Joey Morrison, what's going on? In all honesty, if I had to start over and I didn't care where the tool is made, I'd stay off the tool trucks 100%. I still would not get off the tool trucks. I like the service. I think you got a bad taste in your mouth for tool trucks, and I could understand that. A lot of guys do get that way because they get tired of the debt and they get tired of this and that. But there is a lot of good tools out there now, but I still love my tool truck tools. I'm sorry, but I would not give up any of my Snap-on or Mac tools. I would probably give up my Maco tools, some of my Cornwell stuff, probably not all my Cornwell stuff. I'd give up my Matco stuff first. If I had to get away one of the tool trucks, I would get rid of Matco, without a doubt. They have the least amount of value. Nothing Matco makes I can't get. And eventually I will be able to get it. That's the thing. Matco might have some exclusive stuff, but they don't have everything exclusive. Minus the bow. Bearded, you should sell your ratchets then. Ah! Your favorite ratchet's a Snap-on, so you have to get rid of your Snap-on ratchet. I am 13 and I help my father on the farm. He lets me use his tools. I have my own, but it's not as many as my dad. He teaches me how to work off vehicles and farm machine. Zim Hollow Farm, that is really awesome. I am really glad to have you on the channel. That's good to know. It's super awesome to have a 13-year-old on the channel. I'm not appropriate for a 13-year-old probably, but that is really cool. And I'll tell you what, the farm stuff, that's where I started. I literally grew up working on tractors, milking cows. That's my life here in Midwest, in Iowa. The first tractor that I learned to work on was a Cub, an IH Cub, and then my grandpa started teaching me how to do the stuff on the C's and the H's, and stuff like that. Then 1086, 706, 806, all that stuff, the bigger stuff. Then I learned how to. Then I helped rebuild an Oliver Super 55. Then I rebuilt my Super C. I love tractors. I really have a passion for old tractors, especially. Haven't had much time for them, but the thing is, once you start working on tractors, it'll be, then it won't be a job anymore. Evolution sent me to the carbide saw for free. It will give away, and I will buy myself one. I paid for the Tiger Tool King Press, found a design flaw, and worked with them for 4 days. That's awesome. Tiger Tool is a really good company too. Tiger Tool reached out to me. I got some stuff coming from them too. I've always Tiger Tools. They rebrand a lot of stuff on the tool trucks. Pretty awesome stuff like that. Celebrate happy birthday, Jeannie Morrison, from CP the Tool Addict. I given my old air hammer and cordless drill to my Mac dealer and told him to give them to a young tech. That's pretty awesome right there. Yeah, hand-me-down tools. That's awesome. They're hard to beat, but they're also rebranded from Astro. Astro builds them. So they'll be available here in another, you'll probably see them available from other companies here by the end of the year. No joke. The truck is like the doctor's office. You walk out feeling helped and a lot better, but your wallet is a bit lighter. Yeah. Yes, all of Matco's tools are rebranded. Matco literally only builds their toolboxes. The only thing that they have. But according to Tino, and I wish Tino was in here tonight, Tino has told me that Matco is now starting to manufacture their ratchets, and that's why they're having some issues. We're having some discrepancies, but I wish Tino would come in here and we would speak about that on here in the live stream. Because Tino seems to know a bit about this, and he says that AJ Manufacturing is not making Cornwell ratchets anymore, and and I've also heard some other nasty rumors that somebody else is making them, but I'm not going to go into that because until I get the confirmation. So, Mountavello, that's what J.C. Smith was talking about, was the U-joint tool, the heavy-duty one. I want the Mac Axis ratchet, but I don't have no Mac guy. I really don't. I got two 52As and 54th 530 John Deere. Yep. I was thinking we really should support more of these good tool companies. Also, for example. Here's the problem. Just wrench it. The problem is that some of these tool companies are also rebranding everything. So I'm very skeptical about which company I'm dealing with now. Tecton's doing their own manufacturing, so I'm good with supporting them. Capri, they have their own deal going on that they're pretty solid into. But also really doesn't really strike me as a company that is doing anything for me. So I'm not really, I haven't really saw anything from them. I honestly see the tool trucks going away in the future. The internet has brought a lot to the game. They have brought a lot to the game, but the biggest problem they haven't brought is that, one, most guys need $1,000 worth of tools probably, on the hilt. Two, I'm not going to send my stuff back in to get it warranty. I promise you that. I'm not going to waste my time mailing stuff back and forth. I will do it for the quickness of Capri and Tecton's warranty. They are a lot nicer, but the thing is that Snap-on is a very big company. I do see Mac possibly being in trouble. Mac is under the Stanley name, and I will tell you that being that Stanley is a huge internet player and whatnot, Mac is basically nothing to them. To be honest with you, Mac is really that is a concern for me, because Mac is not making them the money that they can be making elsewhere. In fact, they're probably losing. Oh no, we got a kickstand that blew out. Yeah, so that's how that goes. But then again, I don't really care, because right now they're here, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm 40 years old. I promise you this, Everyday Fleet Tech. By the time you retire, there'll still be tool trucks around. I will bank on that. Guaranteed. If you want to make a wager on it, I'm down. Whatever you want to make a wager on, I'll make a wager on that. I'll bet you a brand new I'll bet you a brand new let's go 1911. Custom 1911. It's about a $2,500 piece. You want to go on that? Hello, fella. All you got to do, I'm 41 now. I'll be 42 in October. So you only got till I retire, which will be, actually, I'm going to be retiring when I'm 55, hopefully. But Mac is doing well. I'm not saying Mac isn't doing well. Mac is doing well. I'm saying that Stanley is a powerhouse. They're the #1 tool company. Montebello, you are wrong. 1911s don't suck. The only ones that suck are the bad ones you've ever had to deal with. You haven't had a full house custom 1911. That thing's sweeter than Yoo-hoo. I've shot a lot of 1911s. In fact, I own 3 custom 1911s. Every one of them run like a champ. They're John Moses. How dare you? How dare you smash on John Moses Browning? Come on, Montevello. Are you American? Get out of here. 1911 suck. You know who John Moses Browning is? Come on, fella. Yeah, Bill Beckett, I'm 55 and still working. Well, I'm a single guy, so I've had sweeter than Yoo-hoo. That's right. Works for Tools. What's up, Eric? How you doing, brother? $1911, one shot, rare down. Well, I can do that with a 9mm too, Larry. I'm pretty accurate. CP, the 1911 will all be there's no doubt about it. When you talk about craftsmanship, it's just like tools. People don't appreciate hand craftsmanship. There's junk ones. In 30 years that they're ahead of me, but in 30 years that they're around, I'll owe you 1911. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to go to work till I'm 80 and support my tool habits. AgTech, you know what? I might work till I'm 82 to support mine, just because. That's right. The father of the 1907, 1911, 15 BMG, M1, etc. That's right. JMB, boys. I think his birthday is in February. I used to have an S. Oh, well, there's your problem. That's not even a 1911, dude. Come on. That's like literally saying you had an Icon ratchet. Come on, Montevello. You know, an S&W Performance Center 1911 is basically a Series 80? That's not John Moses Browning. That's a piece of garbage. Performance Center. Whew! You don't know. You got to know your 1911s, brother. A 1911 is mean, don't say Colt, because I will literally jump off the ledge right here. Nighthawk Custom. I have some STIs. I have some. The Springfield still hand fits theirs. They still hand fit their 1911s. You know? Mako has been gone here since 08. Max since 07. Cornwell since the early 90s. There's a gear wrench independent. You want to pay 3 times the internet price. Jack Stern always bringing in the heat. A 9mm may expand, but a 45 won't shrink. Forget where I heard that. Yeah. But I'll guarantee you this much: shot placement it trumps everything. I agree. It was a piece of garbage. I will carry my PO1. Dude, the CZ is a great gun too. I'll work until they close the casket, even if I will. Wait, I have a couple more things to fix. JC, that's definitely probably what's going to happen to me too. Wilson Combat, Dwayne V, exactly. Wilson Combat, Les Bear. I actually have been to Les Bear's factory. It's in Burlington. So yeah, Wilson Combats. I love Wilson Combats. My buddy Mike is sponsored by Wilson, and I tell you, both Mikes are sponsored by Mike Seeklander and Mike, the president of USPSA. They are both sponsored by Wilson Combat. I really do love Wilson Combat stuff. I use Wilson Combat magazines. I use a lot of stuff with Wilson Combat. Mustang, get out. Yeah. Smith & Wessons are best in revolvers. After that, semi-automatics were not their game. They've had some trouble. You don't get no BOGOs on the internet. That's right, Tony. You tell them. No BOGOs on the internet. That's what I'm talking. Mine's a Colt built in 1944. That's the good one, Pat Paulsen. The good Colts. The new ones are junk. New Colt gold cups that are stamped. I got a buddy who dislikes the tool trucks because of their price, but the price makes sense because of what they use to make them. Yes, I agree. Zim Hollow Farm. I think once you get over the price thing, everybody focuses on the price and not the service. They just want that. The service is what I get. I get the service. I love the service. I don't care about the price. I love the service. When I call those guys, they bring tools to me. They take my payment over the phone, just like the internet. And then they drop stuff off to me, just like the internet. Only best thing is when I want to go see them, they're right here. I love supporting the tool trucks. It's better than the internet to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not only that, Les Bear builds badass custom cars, too. I'm not spending $3K on. Well, you know what? You're missing out, buddy. You're missing out. That's what a lot of people said about toolboxes, too. But you know what? That still happens. I'm telling you right now, I love a custom 19. You know what? A custom 1911, you just don't know until you know. You don't know what you don't know. That's all there is to it. My dog is watching you right now. I'm a burger fan. Burgarna? I don't know what that is. CP, I love the 6.5 Creedmoor. What are your thoughts about it? It's a great round. I haven't shot it though. I'm not a rifle guy. To be completely honest with you, but I do know it's a great high power round. Larry Bergstrom. Everybody wants a Mercedes, but wants to pay for a Yugo. That is a true statement right there. That's 100% the problem. Christian Arms, Daniel Defense. I like my Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Daniel Defense is, I like LMT. I'm a Lewis. Snap-on BOGO buys $800 wrench, get a hat, free shirt, $800 at Capri. Good other companies get a lot to argue with. It is what it is. You're just extra salty, I say, Fleet Tech. I don't know what happened with you in the tool trucks, but I know that you definitely are not getting the tool truck love. I feel bad for you because your tool truck guys sound like to me that they're dicks. Honestly, my 45 was raced out in the 60s ever since the Armalex recoil system for the 19. Ever seen an Armanex recoil system for the 19? That must be just a guide rod, some kind of guide rod. I like a custom W900. JC Smith sticking true to his game. That's what I'm talking about. JC Smith, he's like, I love a custom W900. He loves trucks. JC Smith loves trucks, and he ain't no joke. Kimber Raptor. There's good Kimbers. There's good ones and there's bad ones. Kimber Custom 2 is a great one. I don't know that I know what the Kimber Raptor is. BMC, yeah, they're pretty good. My buddy Frank Proctor, he's a huge BMC guy. Champagne wishes with beer man's money. That's exactly right. You know what? This right here, this is exactly, this is, you know, this right here, people think this isn't a big deal. This is why I like good tools. Okay, this, I'll give you just a quick example of cheap versus expensive. People look at these belts up here and they think, oh, they're just belts. No big deal, okay? This is a Midway USA, and this is for my shooting. So this is a Midway USA belt, and it's not that big a deal. $20 for this belt. Everybody's thinking, oh, that's not bad, you know? And the reason why I got to have inner and outers is because of Velcro, because I strap them on and they got to be rigid, okay? So keep this in mind, guys. And the reason why I want them to be rigid is because when I do draws, I want the gun to be solid into my hip so the gun comes out and the belt stays right in place. Well, here's the problem. It's a $20 belt. It's $20. See that? Twist up like it's like a Twizzler. Okay? So you're thinking, well, CP, how big a deal is that? Okay? Here's a $50 belt. These are from competition or these are from Shooter's Connection. Actually, these are $40 belt. So they're middle of the road. So I have, these ones are CR Speed belts. Yeah, these are CR Speeds. These are $80 belts. South Africa, $80 belts. I bought these, and I'm like, oh, yeah, man, these are awesome. CR Speed. Bought these. They're actually pretty rigid, but I had to have these redone. The problem is they're $80 and they fell apart. That's why there's extra Velcro on here. So I was pissed off about that. Well, then I found these CR Speed belt or these shooter competition belts. And they're out of the South. I think these guys are out of Georgia. Shooter's Connection. Look at these. See these? They don't twist. I'm twisting them. See how rigid they are? Another reason why you don't have to spend all the money. $40 belt, $80 belt, $20 belt. You know, that's exactly what I do. You know, I mean, this rig right here, this setup for this rig, these pouches, none of these are cheap. This rig right here, with everything on it's $150. So you multiply that times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other rig that I have is upstairs. You know, they're $150 a rig, guys. You know, I gotta have quality when I go to a match because that's just how it is. I want something to be there for me. I didn't spend the top of the line money on something, but I spent a decent money. I went and checked things out. I know some of you guys are thinking, Jesus, this guy's got way too many belts, and why? Well, it's excess. I didn't need to have that many belts because I could have switched my gear around every time I wanted to shot something else. But at the end of the day, my point is it's just like tools. It's no different than tools. You get what you pay for and how you do it. So gonna look at a 64 white semi tomorrow. That'll be awesome. I must have lost a lot of people. Got to talking DPMS. Kitty Cat is pretty sweet. Cajun Gunworks is definitely awesome stuff. Sorry guys, I know I got onto the gun stuff, but I was just talking to you about, I was just trying to talk about where I'm at when I buy stuff. I don't buy the best, I don't buy the worst. I buy what works well. That was the whole point. A $40 belt will do the job. And it does what I need to for what I do. That's all there is to it. So, keeps it rigid. Boss hangers and Ben Stoker Pro Shop stuff. It's just what works for me. Everybody's got a system. Everybody's got a system that works for them. Yeah, well, that's actually for my production rig, Montebello. So that holds 10 rounds per magazine, so 60 rounds. Yeah. in a match, you'd have to understand. Oh yeah, Night Force. Yeah, you're 100% correct, Dwayne V. Yeah, everybody spends. This is my recreation. That's all there is to it. I mean, hell, look at the setup behind me. You think that thing was cheap for that whole Dylan setup? No, none of it's cheap. I mean, but if you want to have quality stuff, that's all there is to it, guys. I mean, your tools should be no different. I think you should always want to have. I think you should always respect your craft and give yourself diligence to the quality of stuff that you want to use. That's my feelings on it. Lost a lot of people with the gun stuff. Every time it's just like, oh man, CP's talking about gun stuff, and then we just lose just a crap load of people. We lost like 20 people out of that one. It's all good though. I don't care what people use. I don't care what they want. I don't care. I mean, I always just say, I think you deserve it. I think you owe it to yourself to use good stuff. Just wrench it. Thank you, Matt. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm back. I'm still here. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. We got some guests we got to be getting on here, too. Montevello Mustang's got to be getting... Oh, buy the best you can afford. Man, I think my thing's lagging. Maybe it isn't. Only the candy asses left, CP. No. Me too. In the end, I want to owe nobody and put everything I own into a backpack. I don't want to even have an automobile anymore. It's dead expense. Jax, you are a whole different beardy cat. That's all there is to it. I can tell you that. I don't like spending twice. Exactly. Snowflakes from the country. I'm still here. Yeah, I know. You guys are here. You're passionate about what you do. No worries. Yes, I am. I'm 100%. See, please play the sparing trick. I am 100% into this like nobody's business. Like I don't run and hide from what I do. I mean, I love my tools. I take pride in all, and that's more or less what I was trying to say. I think you owe it to yourself to take pride in your craft. I think you owe it to yourself, and that buying cheap tools is not something that a professional mechanic should do. I just don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it. A professional mechanic should take pride. I understand his family comes first, and there's definitely a fine line. But I'll tell you this much right away: if it comes right down to it, at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that the shop owner shouldn't take pride in what the mechanic has. I will promise you this: there will be no cheap toolboxes in CP's shop. If that comes down to it, then I will make sure that my technician has his own toolbox. I think that a shop owner should take pride in giving his technician all the tools they need to be a great technician. If they can't afford it, then you help them out. Give them a tool allowance, whatever you got to do. There is something to be said for the people that don't do that anymore. And I think that's definitely a change in the tide. To re-up on Everyday Fleet Tech's comment, Everyday Fleet Tech, I honestly believe the opposite. I believe that a tool allowance is in the cards. People sell themselves short thinking that they have to buy the tools. But honestly, what keeps the company from buying the technician tools? That's a good one right there for you. Why shouldn't the business invest in their employees with the tools that they use? And who says that who says that they have to buy the tools for the technician? Why places like Toyota provide the tools for the technician? So why can't the shops start buying the tools for the technician and then bring them in, and then they just have them there for every technician? If they don't like it, then they give it to the next technician. Honestly, I believe that's the wave of the future. To be 100% frank with you, I believe that honestly, at the best, I think that you're going to see places like Snap-on, Mac, Matco, and Cornwell bidding whole businesses full of tools for companies, and I will promise you, when my shop is built, one of these companies will get a bid for being able to furnish my shop. I promise you that. If you want to jump on Everyday Fleet Tech, I'll shoot you over. You can come on. We will give it 45 minutes, and if you got time, I'll shoot you a link. I'm always up for a good discussion. Always up. We got guys that we got to bring on here still that I'm going to have on the live stream because we need to have them on. Good golly. J.C. Smith. Shops don't buy tools for technicians because they're... You're 100% right, J.C. Smith, but you hold the technician accountable for those tools. I think there's a good thing. I have a small shop. We don't have room for another toolbox, so I provide all the tools for the shop. Grimm, that's 100% exactly what I would do too. 100%. Hold on. Let me get Everyday Fleet Tech shot in here. I got good at doing this one time. I got good at getting in here. Let's see here, StreamYard. Let me get this. I'll get this link to you. Hold on a second. Copy clipboard. Copy the clipboard. Copy the clipboard. Ah, damn it. Every time somebody sends me a message, right when I'm about to click on something, and I click on something else. Who else has that problem? Tarek literally sent me a message when I was doing that. All right, I got you. Everyday Fleet Tech. Good Lord, I had some. Yeah, I definitely think that I definitely would supply. I mean, I have enough tools for. That's why I have all the tools I have. It is just like Grimm's, so that way I can do that. CP, I started at $70 a day, and my DOS never let me use his tools. Lewis, that's garbage. Shops and supply tools and pay the techs $20 and bill $150 an hour. That seems pretty legit to me. I use US General Tool Cart and that's it. Not much Snap-on or Mac. That's what I can afford, exactly. Yeah, I mean, half the time, Montebello, we already buy all the specialty tools anyways. GE buys tools for their techs and engineers, and they take home if they retire from GE. There you go. One mechanic. I don't think people don't take care of their dealer tools. That's fine. You don't have. I do have a tool allowance. Tino, hey, what's up? There he is. There's Tino. Tino, tell us about some Matco tools. Tell us about the Matco ratchets, where they're made. Dano. That's because my live stream doesn't like you, Tool Guy Ty. You haven't figured that out. I blocked you. Notifications. No, you're not, Tarek. I was just joking. Tarek is a real good guy. He's just tell us, Tino, tell me what you told me about the Matco ratchets, about the ones with the flags being printed on them, how they're not being made by AJ Manufacturing. So it's on my live stream. Everyday Fleet Tech. Coming in hot. Oh, shit. I don't have any damn headphones down here. Golly. Hold on a second. I just realized I don't have any freaking... All right, we're just gonna go so much. All right, we're just gonna go without a mic. Can you hear me? All right.
No, I hear you fine, and no reverb or anything.
No, it probably won't be because the microphone and the microphones are on opposite ends of my tablet, so it works pretty good. But I don't have any headphones down here. I don't have any headphones down here, so I couldn't hook up anything. And I'm not about to go running around the house to find them right now because
I'm not really worth care. It. Don't worry about it.
Not worth it. Jesus. It wasn't about that. What about that? I can hear you fine. Can everybody else hear me fine back there? Turner's by Turner says, yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it is because I've talked like this before on live stream.
That'd be all right. All I know is I feel you on the Heineken. I got a hold of Busch.
Dude, I'm telling you, Busch is better than Heineken.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with that. Heineken's cat pee.
Yeah, it literally, I don't know how tools and trash drink shit like this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got a fridge full of this now, and it's going to get drunk.
I can drink Busch Light. I can drink Busch Light. Hold on here. Tino says, they're not. They're being made in Ohio along with some of the smaller stuff. Where are they being made in Ohio, Tino? So this is.
What is that?
This is. Wait for it, Chris Freeman. What happened? Tool guy Ty forgot to ask. Wait for it. Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's caught on to that by now. Tool guy Ty forgot to ask me about RBRT stuff. I haven't heard from Budget Tools. You probably won't hear from Budget Tools today. I think the people that were waiting. See, I was waiting for the chat to go down. So I think the people that were waiting, like you had probably Clay Kuhn was in here, and there's a lot of people that were waiting to see what I was going to say at first because they wanted to see if I was going to talk crap about them. But now that they're already gone, now I will talk crap about them because they were just hanging out in the deal right there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Tino, the pink ratchets last year were a part of a test run of the new plant. So is this Matco's plant or is this another AJ manufacturing type situation? That's what I'm curious. Tino, do you just want to come on live? Can we just get you on live? Top Wolf Automotive, how you doing?
I'm curious as to what new factory this is because according to what is the company J whatever KD whoever the hell makes it for Matco, according to I looked it up last week. Whoever they are, they still make Matco, and Matco says they're still making the Matco, whatever company it was. I forget.
AJ Manufacturing.
AJ, that's it. No, according to Matco, AJ's still making it. According to AJ's still making it. So unless some conspiracy theory, shadow government, new spec up ratchet making facilities opened up, dude, I'm jealous of you of the PBR seltzer. I've yet to find it in Georgia.
No, you can't. This is only at Quick Stars here in Des Moines, and this is the only place I've found it is Quick Stars. And this stuff is money is all money gets. I'm telling you, it's great. And it's not like the other one. Okay, that I do not know. All I know is the tools coming out of in the soft foam trays are in Ohio, like the extensions, the 1/4-inch flip sockets, the new wheel sockets. Okay, so are they coming? Are the ratchets not coming then? What's going on here? Tino? From what you told me, you said that the ratchets with the flags laser etched on them were coming out of Ohio. Jax, that's badass. Got the latest Milwaukee M18 half-inch mid-torque. Damn small size of a 3/8 impact. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yep.
CP is $100 a day, enough to do my suspension mufflers. $100 a day. Enough. I do suspension mufflers and tires from Smorgasbord. That doesn't seem like enough. That seems like you're getting paid like $11 an hour. That seems like you're getting screwed. You should be getting paid $50. I don't know where you're at working though. That's all what matters too. AJ is still making the stamped ratchet, but Tino says the ones with the flags are not being made. Williams, Wright are both in Ohio. There's a lot of plants in Ohio. That's the problem. Not only that, Cornwell's in Ohio. And somebody was trying to tell me that Cornwell is making Matco's ratchets.
Well, see, now here's one thing that is a possibility. If Matco has not been happy with the quality of AJ manufacturing, which, to be honest, you know how I feel about Matco ratchets. They suck a little.
They are junk.
Once upon a time ago, they did have Williams making their ratchets before they went to AJ. So maybe their contract is ended and they've negotiated with Williams. It's a possibility. That's just...
Anything's possible, and you know you're not going to find out. Matco's not going to tell.
Yeah, they're not going to kiss and tell until it's time.
No, Matco's not going to tell anybody. It'll eventually come out. But Tino has a pretty good source from what he told me. He said the flagged ratchets, Williams never made Matco ratchet, he says.
Yep. Princess Jamie, yes, I love Matco ratchets as much as I love going to a proctologist.
How about the gear wrench ratchet? Did the gear wrench ratchet better than the Matco ratchet?
Honestly, quality-wise, so far I'm going to say it's, yeah.
You got to be kidding me. Ha!
No.
Ha! They're literally the same ratchet.
It's not the same. No, it's not the same.
Okay, I gotta hear how it's not the same. I'm gonna get in the easy chair because it's about time for the old CP to relax. I'm gonna go full relax mode here.
Take a deep one, buddy. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh. Hold on.
We'll get there.
Don't mind. Oh, they're coming down. Oh, we're coming down. Oh, don't mind the boxes.
Man, I need a chair like that. That's as
this
far
is
as my office chair will go.
Henry, get back. Calm down. Get back. Somebody broke this thing. Henry, come on. Just calm down. I'm not even situated yet. Jeez. Somebody broke my chair last week. This thing was not like this before. It is broken.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little bit. Henry's going to be in the shot. We're leaning back. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I need to relax. I'm just wore out. It's been a long, hot week. All right.
Tell me about it.
Now we're good. Now we're good. Now Henry's settled in. Come on, Henry. Get in here and just hang out. This is what Henry likes to do. He wants to get up here and get scratched. Just like that.
He's a good boy.
I might fall asleep before the stream's over, guys. Just kidding you. They're not just telling. Not knowing where the damn phone is. I'm going to have to get back up and get that. Okay. So we're on a good debate here.
Okay.
Calm down, Henry.
So which debate do you want to start up with? Gear wrench ain't the same as Matco.
No.
Trucks are going to go away, or most shops.
No, let's keep going on the gear wrench. Let's go on the gear wrench.
I mean, I'm just going off the facts.
Let's go on the gear wrench.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about this. I want to hear more about this gear wrench.
So gear wrench, they are not built in the same facility. They were not associated with Matco at the time of development of this ratchet. Very, very, very little will even cross over to the Matco with this ratchet. They are the same as the Matco ratchets as the Harbor Freight jacks are to Snap-on's jack.
The head kits will cross over them to them. I know that.
On these new ones, no, they won't. They'll swap over, but you bind up. No. They don't fit right. No, they don't fit right.
Okay.
I mean, specs on the 90 tooth, they are on every fashion you can fathom. I mean, if you want, I'm more than happy to Mike.
Apex basically is making the gear wrench. Yeah. Apex Tool Group. So they're a former sister company of Matco's.
long ago, before the 88 tooth was even developed.
Before the 80? No, they weren't. They were that was when they were together. The 88 when the 88 tooth was developed. they were still together. I mean, it's only been 15 years ago when they were all together at one deal. So
It's been a
what
minute.
are you talking about?
That's been a while. They had the 80. Excuse me, I misspoke. The 88 tooths when the Matcos rolled out. And the gear wrench did not have that style of ratchet out at the time. Excuse me. But the most they have in common, I'm going to say at the most, as far as how they copied, they knew of the Matco style. By the time Apex developed that, they knew of, they don't have the patents, they're not blatantly copying.
Right.
To compare all right, I'll put it like this. To compare the gear wrench as to Matco, saying they're the same ratchet, that's like when Icon come out saying, we're just the same as Snap-on. Again, so if you're drunk and you're looking far away, maybe, but in reality, no. Not even close.
Okay, so the Williams and the Snap-on ratchet, same or not?
I don't know dick about the Williams.
Yeah, I know, but they'd be the same. They'd be the same comparison to me, is the way I look at it. Except for the only thing is they got the reverse levers, stuff like that. The thing about it is that they have similarities because they were one company at one time.
Okay,
so that's the problem. That's what I'm saying is that Matco literally is not falling. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You know, I mean, we're talking about relatives. They're relatives, okay? They might be inbred, but they're relatives, okay? That's all.
I can see what you're saying there, but the fact is, no size, mics out the same from ratchet to ratchet. No gears, mic out the same, ratchet to ratchet.
So you're saying the thickness isn't the same?
No, thickness is not the same. Even the selectors is not the same. And as much as I hate Matco, and I hated the ratchets, and don't get me wrong, I'm not some huge gear wrench fanboy. Gear wrench did not send me these tools. I have no obligation of fluffing them up.
Right.
I'm just doing what I do. I'm being honest here.
Right.
The specs do not match up the same.
I got no dog in the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Matco will never sponsor me. Matco will never sponsor me, and I never want nothing from Matco ever.
People don't like to sponsor me because I tell the truth.
Right. Well, that's the same way I am too, man.
I tell you what, I got rid of my Matco, thankfully. But if you want, I'm more than happy to mic out any part on the gear wrench, and we'll compare specs.
Right. No, that'd be cool to see. I'd like to see the Matco versus that. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up here on some comments. I'm going off my phone, guys, because I'm too far away from the deal now. Don't pass out, CP. Harbor Freight Jack sucks. Mine wobbles. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Gear wrench started going downhill when they switched to Taiwan to China. I agree with that.
But here's the thing: the majority of the gear wrenches are now back at Taiwan. I found that out for a fact. These ratchets were built in Taiwan.
These are the original gear wrenches right here, and I wouldn't trade these for a new set of gear wrenches.
I got them in my box at work right now. Metric and standard.
Yeah, these people talk about these reversible flat gear wrenches like they're the devil, but I'll tell you what, these really didn't lobster claw. These things worked like a champ. These were really a good wrench for a cheaper wrench back in the day. The new ones, I have not had that kind of luck with them.
The biggest argument I've ever heard with the non-reversible ratchets, but what if you just find yourself backed in somewhere? Don't be a noob and know how long a bolt's going to back into something. Know what you're doing. Problem solved.
Right. Yeah, exactly. How many techs literally have those wrenches and they go, oh, I'm going to run this all the way down or run this all the way out and get myself locked up into that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say.
That's what you do when you're a lube tech and just starting out.
Amen to that. I'll agree with that. I think Jack Journal says, I think Gear Wrench is a Mittens Romney company like Burger King. His head is Bain Capital again. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny. Let's get that one up there. I think Gear Wrench is a Mittens Romney company like Burger King. That's actually funny. AgTech 45. Coons Matco dealer took them both apart, and they were quite a bit different. They're similar, but they're still, like I said, they're inbred. They're just like a cousin, you know. Inbred ratchets, missing teeth. Exactly. You know.
Like I say, to me, it's the same argument as the whole icon tool thing. Yeah, you can say they look similar, but in reality, they're not.
The design is the same. Locking flex head design is the same locking flex head design. The tooth count is two different teeth, different. I mean, they're literally piggybacking. Is what it all is. It's icon copy and snap on is what it is to me. That's exactly what it is. Matco's got a name with their ratchets, and Gear Wrench is using the same design, the same similar design entity to be like the Matco ratchet. And that's
well, hell, if we're gonna go,
if you literally had to pick out a ratchet, if you set that ratchet down next to a Mat, a Snap-on, and a Matco, where's the Gear Wrench going to land next to?
Well, if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, then every single tool that's ever come up with a tear-shaped head on it that everybody makes now, who was the first one to come up with that? Snap-on?
Snap-on, yeah.
Then, oh, God, everybody's
Snap-on designed the ratchet. They were the ones that invented the Snap-on or the ratchet socket combination. And back then, it was very different than what it is now.
So well, let me ask you this. What about the non-flex head? Are they copying Snap-on or are they copying Matco at that point?
They're still copying Matco. I mean, they're just similar companies. That's all there is to it. They were literally part of each other. Why does Matco sell Gear Wrench sockets, the same sockets? So I have the magnetic spark plug sockets. Matco sells the exact same set. Okay, there's a ton of tools that Matco sells that are the exact same as Gear Wrench. Why is that? That's
because they were Snap-on does.
Yeah, they were sister companies. No, they don't. Snap-on doesn't sell the magnetic spark plug sockets. They sell tapered ones.
Yeah, but Snap-on sells Gear Wrench products.
Right. But Matco sells the exact same product, stamped Matco.
Mm-hmm.
So the Matco
they contract out, just like Lyle Tools does. How many Mac Tools products have you bought that says Mac on it, but it's made by Lyle Tools? You know full good and well people do that all the time.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that 100%. There's a ton of rebranded tools out there. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But I'll tell you this much: Mac does have differences, and Matco does have differences. Some of these tool companies do have differences. So, like the Mac carbide scrapers that are Lyle rebranded, I found out this: the Mac carbide scrapers have a little bit different edge to them than the Lyle ones. Mm-hmm. The Mac dealer straight up told me that. So their carbide edge scrapers are the same as super scrapers, which I only use super scrapers. But the thing about super scrapers is you got to send them in to get the edges put on them, whereas the Mac ones, they warranty them all the way out. And I don't know what Lyle does with theirs, to be honest with you.
But
Mac will warranty out the whole scraper and give it out to you.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's probably dealer dependent.
Right. I love the hate relationship with ratcheting wrenches. They're great when they're working, and they are rare, but they work every time I reach for them. Exactly. Yep. CP and Everyday, explain more about the Fortive, the company that owns Matco. So Fortive actually is also the same company that owns Fluke. So through my research, and I don't know what you know about them, but I do know that Fortive is a completely different company if they own Fluke, they own several different industries. I don't remember who the other one. Fluke stands out the biggest to me because Fluke's a pretty good one for them to own. So that's why I always advocate when you're buying Matco stuff, get the deals with Fluke. And you can Google it. You're best off to Google it because, to be honest with you, they'll tell you if you go under Fortive, it's an umbrella company, just like Stanley is. Stanley's an umbrella company too. Fortive. Let's see who's all with Fortive. Fortive.
When they created Fortive, did they? I can't remember. Did they take over Danaher?
No, they did not. So they have Tektronix, Cerida Systems, Quality Control, Census Technologies, Industrial Scientific, Hengstler, GmbH, Gem Sensors and Controls. Fluke is the biggest one. That's the biggest one on the top of their subsidiaries. Matco, Danaher, not Danaher. Accurate. So there's a list of them on here. Right here's the list, guys. None of them are relative companies. I will tell you nothing that will stand out to any of you guys. You can see them right there, but you Google it, you go into Wikipedia, you can see who all the companies, but Fluke is obviously the top because it's the biggest one. The rest of them are all small companies that build stuff. I don't see Pacific Scientific might be one that stands out to some people, and Tektronix. That's the three that stand out to me. Industrial Scientific Corporation, but nothing after that. Their stocks are up. The revenue is $7.3 billion in 2019. They have 26,000 employees. The president is Jim Linko. And I will tell you this, Tim Gilmore, the president of Matco, I recently found out was an ex-dealer that was groomed into being the president of Matco. And I was actually kind of impressed, even though I've actually heard Tim say something that actually was I thought was foolish. But Tim Gilmore is actually an ex-dealer that was, he worked his way up from the bottom up and became president of Matco, which is pretty cool. So I'll give a credit to Tim Gilmore for doing what he's done in Matco, you know. Let's see here. Love my Capri ratcheting wrenches. All right, let's get off of the Matco kick right now because I'm kind of over it. Let's talk about the tool truck. The Mac, DeWalt cordless tools are different. The Mac has upgrades. Yes, there's no doubt about it. I agree with that 100% because I've actually looked at the difference, and there's a huge difference between the Mac and DeWalt. They're built on separate lines, even though they're built in the same factory. It's just like Mac builds their stuff at Proto and down in Dallas, Texas. So,
speaking of which, I think it's absolutely one thing that Mac's done that I think is absolutely stupid. All their 3/4 drive stuff and up is no longer being made by Mac. It's all 100% Proto.
How's that stupid, though?
I mean, you get on a Mac truck, you like to find Mac products. My Mac guy was saying point blank, they have to special order all Mac Proto.
Yeah, and the Proto stuff is pretty awesome. That's the reason why they're doing it, because they don't have to spend the money for extra tooling and stamping for it. I think that there's just no market for it, for probably because there's so much cheap crap out there. People are buying cheap garbage over that. That's what I would say. I would say that, you know, and that's I wouldn't say it's cheap garbage, but if you look at 90% of the people's socket drawers that are using 3/4, what do they have in there? SunX, off-brand Taiwan sockets. I mean, they're not spending the money because it's so much more expensive. That's the biggest thing for that. So that's
3/4 drive and 1-inch drive scares me. I've seen them grenade before. I've got Proto and S&K. Right. That's what I've got.
No, and I'll tell you what, right now, if you've ever had a socket grenade, you definitely know.
You start getting to 3/4 drives, I'm not playing with that. No.
I agree with that 100%. Godfrey Appliance, Fluke makes great test meters. Yes, Fluke makes the best, hands down. I will put it up against my Snap-on. Yeah. All my 3/4 sockets are SK. Tino even says. Tino, it's great to have you in the chat, by the way. I appreciate your info. I would love to be able to have you talk a little bit more about Matco stuff later, but we'll get on to that. So let's talk about tool trucks and their future. So I honestly, your belief is that tool trucks will go away, but you know what? 20 years ago, I was told the same thing from a guy that tool trucks were going to go away. Tool trucks are not as strong as they were 20 years ago. I will agree with that 100%. And the reason why is because there was about 2,200 Mac dealers 20 years ago when I was a dealer versus now there's only 1,000 roughly. Mac Tools Louisiana's in here. One of these days we're going to have him on here. He can talk a little bit about this. But the guys that are out there in the tool truck industry, and I tell you, here in Iowa is a whole different area than where you're at. There's a lot of dealers here making a lot of good money.
Yep.
They're doing well. And it's probably harder here for me to see that, because we love our tool trucks here in Iowa, because we have a whole different,
yes,
there's a whole different market. Yeah. We have a farming community.
We have, believe it or not, we have a boatload of agriculture around here. Georgia still is a farming state. And the thing is, here's the reason why I say I don't see them being around. One, this whole COVID thing, it wiped out a lot of dealers that I knew. My Matt guy, while I sound salty about him not coming around, I understand. I'm a little salty about it, but I at least understand. Okay, he's moved on to independent automotive shops. He was covering the airport. Airport's dead. Downside is that screwed over a few thousand people who he's servicing.
Right.
Which is screwed.
It's not good. It's not good. Nobody likes their tool dealer to disappear. I can't think of one person it doesn't make anybody happy when their tool dealer disappears from their life.
And
there's no doubt about it.
I think when tool trucks are disappearing, I mean, back when I first started this, we had SK tool trucks running around here. You know how many years it's been since I've seen an SK tool truck? Cornwell Tools, there's one in all of Metro Atlanta, and he's not doing well at all. There are more independent trucks trying to pop up in little vans that are doing better than Snap-on dealers around here. And we are a large market. The internet has come along with companies. Pick your flavor. I don't care if you don't like Gear Rich, but there's Gear Rich, there's Capri, there's Tecton. And if you don't care about what country of origin it actually is, just as long as the tool works, you can actually get a tool way cheaper than you could on the tool truck. It's going to do just about what the tool truck brand tool would do. And if it breaks, instead of waiting a week to get on that tool truck, send a picture or email or something like that, and 9 times out of 10, they'll almost overnight the thing to you. So you get it in under a week, and you get it faster than what your tool truck could have offered. So a lot of people are becoming money conscious, especially during COVID, and they're going, I need a ratchet. I'm doing this, that, and the other with. I'm not putting breaker bars on it. I'm not being stupid with the thing. I'm treating it as it should be treated. Snap-on wants $140 for this ratchet. Gear Wrench wants $60. I don't even know what the hell they cost. $60 for the thing. They're going to go with a Gear Wrench because it's going to do the job for them. And if it busts, they can have it repaired or new one sent out to them in under a week. It's the new age, man. People are looking at that and they're going, save that money.
I still can get my tool warranted faster than I can get it through the mail. Unfortunately, I can still get if I break a tool on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if I break it on Friday, I'm screwed till Monday. But I can still beat a tool getting warranted by then because I have good service. That's all.
But
that's
you are the minority,
right? And a lot of that is because I just have good tool guys.
Yeah, and that definitely weighs.
Yeah, that definitely weighs heavily on some people's options. But the thing about it is, and somebody just said it about brick and mortar stores. Should Snap-on have a brick and mortar store? They've tried this before in the past, and unfortunately, it just doesn't work because mechanics don't go shopping for tools. They will buy them online, but they will not walk into the store. A mechanic doesn't have time. The thing about it is I don't believe the mechanic has any more time than I do. In fact, you know why you don't see me having tool truck videos every day? Because I have 4 dealers. I have literally 4 tool dealers. And if I wanted to, I could be ripping up YouTube with 4 tool truck videos a week. And you know why I don't? Because I don't have the time that other people do on YouTube. I don't have the time. If you have the time to make videos, In fact, you go look at the guys that are doing tool truck videos. They're literally miking up people and doing this and that. It's a production to what they're doing. And what I'm doing, I don't have time for it. I literally do not have time to sit there and play games with the tool truck guy, to do a 10-minute video and post it up that day, because I am so freaking busy. You guys know why I'm getting on my live stream at 8 o'clock at night, because I'm not getting done at work till 7 o'clock. I'm not getting done with my work. I leave the house at 7 a.m. I don't get home until 7 a.m. It's 12 hours every day, 12 hours on Saturday, and my only day off is Sunday. And I haven't even shot any matches this year because I just decided, because of COVID, I wasn't going to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be working on Saturdays, and I'd be even more busy. That's just the bottom line is I don't have time to play games. And you know why I make the videos I do? Because I make them and I'm done and they get put out there, and that's all there is to it. I sit down, make the video, and post it. I don't edit it hardly ever, very little. I don't, and I add a tag, I add tags and stuff like that, but I don't put any time into the videos, because I just do what I say, what's on my mind. Yep. That's all there is to it.
And to kind of counter that, I understand the time thing, but let's look at, again, the majority. A lot of techs, they have time to go to a store and stuff like that. I think that your big dealers don't have a brick and mortar store, because you think Snap-on costs on a tool truck. Go to where they're paying overhead on a brick and mortar.
Oh,
you would be a sticker shock. You freak out. And that's one thing that is a benefit, if you look at it in one way, of a tool truck. You get on, you're surrounded by the pretties and the shinies, and let's be honest, most of us, we're like cats. We see the shiny, we got a bad edit, and it's sour as fuck. That's how we get a lot of stuff we do. And the tool truck, I'll finance it on the truck for you, whereas a store won't. But that's where the online aspect comes from. If a tool company has a good website, it catches your attention the way a tool truck does. You were in the tool game for a while. You know about staging trucks and stuff like that. It's part of it. It's business 101. So they stage your websites. And for new generations coming up, it's all online. It's all about online. From my generation and under, it's all online. And so when you're getting all the flashes of a tool truck basically on the computer screen, but now instead of $800 for the socket set, they're seeing it for $250, and they're seeing online 5-star reviews left and right. Well, hell, I got a credit card. That $250 I can get right now and make payments on it, versus that $800 that's going to cost my soul. And if all I buy is that $800 socket set, he don't want dick else to do with me. He's going to tell me to piss up a rope if I do one sale a year, because he's going to go on down the street to the next shop. Then they're going to just get all excited and buy hand over fist day after day after day.
Right.
That's the downside. That's the gimmick of tool trucks. And people are finding out.
Tool trucks cater. They do cater to guys like me, because I spend a fair amount of money, and obviously I don't have kids, so I'm not the normal guy, because I don't have kids to take care of. So I'm not going to spend. I'm spending more money with them than guys that don't have, the guys that have families. So that is a big deal right there. You only have a limited expense budget, but that's where I say shop expense, shops buying text tools is going to have to be a thing in the thing.
It's not coming. Not going to come.
It is for me. And it will be for me. Well, it is. Toyota's doing it. Toyota's doing it. Kia's doing it.
And they are rare. But
they're doing it more.
In my job, and most truck shops, I don't know one truck shop that buys tools for mechanics.
Caterpillar.
I've never heard of it. Any dealer around here, and I even know my cat around here, nope, the guys buy their own shit. Because that was over next to Detroit down here. But my shop, I'll put it this way. In my company manual, it says that we have to supply tools up to 1/2-inch drive. Anything above that, the shop's supposed to supply it. Right. Okay, this is the same company that tells me I shouldn't have to have very many tools at all. I should be able to get by with working out of a roll cart. When in reality, they don't know dick about what I do. They don't know about how many thousands upon thousands of dollars you need to invest in a company. And when I bring it up, well, that's too much. I don't need that. I brought up I needed a smoke machine to check out an evap. I can't see justifying that.
Yeah.
Well, I went and bought my own. It's sitting in my locker right now.
That's
I brought up looking up for boost leaks. No, that's too much. And the few tools that we do have, I get my own because I'm not anybody's damn babysitter. I get sick and tired of walking across the shop back and forth looking to see what dickhead didn't put a tool back and has it sit in their toolbox. That's costing me time and money. Damn that.
That's your shop though too, and that's not every shop.
That's a lot of shops.
Well, there's a lot of shops that have tool rooms though. You go to almost any dealership, they have tool rooms full of tools where there's a bunch of stuff. Like I know back in the day, what was OTC, and you had Ken Tool. You had a bunch of tools that a lot of shops had, and that's the problem.
Provide that with Ford.
Yeah, you had a lot of tools that were doing that.
I'm on live. Sorry, my oldest was getting ready for bed. But no, like prime example, when I was over at Ford, also, and this was across the state, we had a tool room for that. Hey, I need this specialty tool for it. Do we have that? And you find where somebody's beat the shit out of it with a hammer. Buy my own. I've got my own. I'm not anybody's babysitter. Lock it in my locker. That's why I have the tool borrow rule. I'll let you borrow a tool twice. After that, get your ass on the truck or convince the company to buy it for you. I'm not doing it. No,
I agree with that 100%. But I also think there's such a thing as holding people accountable too. I think that you can do that. I think you can do that, and you can make it. I think in the right environment with the right people, you have that ability to do that. I have done that, and I have been successful at it, at holding people accountable. I can make somebody feel that big for doing something wrong without having to discipline them. But make them feel that big and make them learn to respect that tool, respect what they're using, just by being disappointed in them. And that's all you got to do. You don't have to scold anybody. You don't have to ride them. You just make them know that you're disappointed in them.
Last manager that tried that with my job had the NAACP called because he was a racist because he let the guy know that he messed up not putting a tool back. It's the culture we live in now.
Well,
shut it down.
There's a lot of truth to that, but I still believe in people.
I've just about given up on people. I'm just kind of like, good God, this world has gone so far downhill. It's stupid.
I love my homemade smoke tester. Yeah, you can make a smoke tester. Is definitely, they're really expensive, and you don't have to buy anything more than a Stinger. A Stinger smoke tester is like $125. I was talking
Mine
about
was
that.
a grand from Mac.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
Yep. Well, it's an OTC smart smoke, probably. I'm guaranteeing you.
No, it's not smart at all. No digital at all.
Probably a leak tamer. It's a red one that stands up like a suitcase, like a GNC. Yeah, it's an OTC leak tamer.
A cylinder about that big around, stands up about the 8 tall. Yep. But I mean, I need it because we have major boost leaks and vacuum leaks. I'm gonna do my job.
Right, but they didn't pay any extra for it.
Nope, they wouldn't. And if anything should happen to it, they'll tell me sucks to suck.
It's time to move on.
Well, unfortunately, nobody around here where I'll be making what I'm making now.
Brian Meadows, no. The cat dealer around here doesn't supply. a bunch of tools, but I know that some of the mechanics at, especially in the, oh Jesus, I got the hiccups now. The guys in the spec shop, they get tools bought for them. I know that Cat works with Snap-on, and they get some stuff. Buddy of mine works at Cat, has to buy his own tools. Yes, for the most part they do, but there's, like I said, some of the Cat guys around here have had their tools bought for them from Cat.
They got lucky.
Right.
That's oddity anymore. I mean, the fact is, look, I'll put it this way. Understand your circumstance. You don't have kids and all that. A lot of us do. We're married. Right. We got kids. We're supporting a family on blue-collar budget. You know, we're doing what we can. And, yeah, we skip where we can. Spaghetti's a staple in the majority of our household because it's cheaper to eat. We're scraping by. And so when you have Snap-on every year, the price is going up and 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 up, and the quality isn't, we're looking at that. We're looking online going, you know what? That online works. It's just like where I bitch about people trading in tools. Oh, well, this new ratchet has so many more teeth than this old one. Stop that. Put that money away. Unless you just get your rocks off on tools, you don't need it. I still use my course tools. Why? Because I don't want to go out and crap out the money for it. It just isn't worth it to me.
Yeah,
I mean, that's reality for a lot of us. I'm still wearing a Snap-on 95-year shirt. So that makes it 5 years old now. Why am I wearing this? I've yet to wear holes out in it. It was a free shirt given to me. I skip out, man.
I do the same thing as Grimm. I loan out tools. A lot of times I buy tools to help other shops out too. That's the reason why. That's the other thing that I do is that I try to help guys out by being able to, because I have that option, because other guys don't have that ability. That's what I do is I buy tools so I can. I mean, if a guy was close to me, I mean, obviously a lot of YouTubers aren't, but if a guy's close to me and he needs something, people borrow tools from me all the time because I have stuff that they don't have, you know, and that's the other thing is I buy them so I can help other people out. And I'm just like, Grimm, I mean, that's just our way here. I think what we do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I offer to help people out, but again, there's only so much you can do. My wife, she has a side business at the house. She does what she can. I go to work every day, do what I can. We're just middle class family making it. That's it.
I'm just a blue collar dude too, man. Trust me. The only difference is I just don't have kids. You know, I don't make any more than I don't make any more. I don't make any more than someone that's married. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you look at what I make versus a married household, the difference is you're feeding 2 extra mouths. So that's a big deal. That's a lot of extra expense right there, you know, and that's the only difference is I don't have that, but I'm also not making that extra income too. You know, I have to make that extra income. That's why I work 12-hour, 14-hour days all the time.
I do it too. I feel you on that.
And one time I was in charge of the tool accountability in Air Force. Every hanger and the Snap-on triple bank with the Snap-on tools between spare tools, close to 30 mil.
In the Air Force, y'all were able to actually back then knife hand people, let them know they screwed up, and if a tool come up missing, y'all had a FOD walk, and nobody's going home till it's done, and everybody's lining up. You're going across flight line. Yeah, that's different. Modern businesses in the civil world, you can't do that.
Yeah, I gave up a job long ago when it realized it just stood for just over broke. I agree with that. I've been in the shop. I've been in the situation where you're at before. Everyday fleet tech, where there's it feels like it's hopeless, but don't put it past. There's someplace out there where you could get a better deal. I believe that there's.
I absolutely love my job. Don't get me wrong. I love my job. And they have a lot of benefits I've yet to see or hear anybody around here having, okay? I mean, it's I love my job. I love what I do. I love the people I work with for the most part. There's a couple of turds, but they're being pushed out. Especially under some new management we just got. Love it even more. But the fact is, here's one thing a lot of people, they don't want to talk about. There comes a point in time in your career, you have all the tools you need. You have everything you need. Anything extra is a given, or that rare occasion something new come out.
I agree.
And a lot of us, I'm guilty. I'm one of them. We're suckers. If I keep my butt off a tool truck, I'll spend way less money. And I'm making that my resolution. Since Max pretty well disowned us, I'm not going on Mack truck anymore. And I'm going to fight to stay off a Snap-on truck. Because unless it could save me time and money, I've probably got 3 of them. I want to save that money because I do want to invest in retirement. You know?
Right.
There are other things I want to do. I've got a Tahoe out there I'm wanting to do a project on so bad I can't stand it. But you know what rehabbing a truck costs? You know?
Once you get into it, it's like you start thinking about it and you're just like, holy shit, this has gone way farther down the rabbit hole than I want to.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking about redoing the whole power and drivetrain.
Yeah. Yeah, it just never ends once you start on it. That's the same thing I did with my truck. I bought my truck for $500. Had a bad tranny, had oil leaks, needed a motor, and I just happened to have a motor, and it just worked out for me. So I got everything done. I basically redid it. It's an 02, but I'm not going to get rid of it, and that's just what I like driving. Kind of like JC. I'd rather fix up an old truck and make it work for me than buy a new one, because the price of a new truck at $50,000, I'd rather stick $10,000 into an old truck and have it be perfect than have a truck that I buy $50,000 and have to make a payment on it.
That's what I was telling my wife. I'm going $10,000. I can make that Tahoe freaking amazing. But Joseph, to answer your question, how the shop asshole is, he's not happy right now. New management's come along and saw the BS he's been doing and told him, oh no, if you don't know how to read a wiring schematic, you will learn, or you're going to be demoted to a less pay, or you can leave. One of the others going on. You're going to learn, or you're going to go. You're going to work on everything, or you're going to go. Next month, the second POS on my shift has put in for his official retirement. The new manager come along, one guy who just rode the clock, retired already. His replacement is supposed to be here in 2 weeks, which I've already met him. I like the guy. He's given this 2-week notice. I respect the hell out of anybody that does that with any job. The other turd in the punch bowl, like I say, his last month is August. So I might have 2 people that aren't total POSs before long, and I'm happy as can be.
Yeah, Brian Meadows, that's pretty cool. Rehab a semi with a teenager high school daughter. That'd be really cool. There's a lot of missed opportunities anymore. I think that the world's going to have to wake up and realize that we can't keep going the way we are. I don't know what's going to happen, but honestly, people need to get out and work more. I saw a video today of 2 10-year-old boys out baling hay, and I remember doing that same thing when I was a kid. My dad went and took me out and worked. People need to start taking their kids out to work with them. That's all there is to it. If they fight it, too bad. You got to go out and work. I think there's a lot of missed opportunities with letting the people see the value of going out to work in the world and just having fun working. It's not a bad thing.
Well, it's like my oldest today. She saw me pulling out the corn. She's going, "What are you doing?" We harvested the other day. It's not putting out no more. It's done. It's time to let the ground rest. We're going to till this back up in a week, and you're going to be right back out here helping me put something else in the ground. You know?
Yep.
I 4th of July, instead of just sitting around drinking beer all day doing absolutely nothing, I sat around drinking beer all day and canned a bunch of stuff. It's peach state, so I got a bunch of local peaches and made peach preserves and pickled jalapenos, and
there you go.
Had my kids help me out with that. You're gonna learn to cook. You're gonna learn to do stuff in the ground.
Right. There's a lot to be said for that kind of stuff, man. You're an example of things that should be happening with a lot of people's kids nowadays. Brian Meadows having a teenage daughter help him rehab a truck. Doesn't matter. Just because you're a girl or a guy, it doesn't mean nothing. Should be able to take anybody out and do any of that stuff.
Dude, I've got the reload press over here. My oldest thought it was absolutely cool seeing me cranking out rounds and goes, show me how you do this.
Yeah.
Step by step. Okay. What am I going to say now? You want to know how bullets are made? Okay.
You don't even have to really force a kid to work. You take them out and show them stuff, and they'll get curious.
Make it fun. It's like teaching a kid to shoot. If you go out there with a steel target, they're going to be bored out of their mind. You throw up tin cans and steel plates and give them a Ruger 1022 and tell them go ham, they're going to love it and be an addict for life.
Yep. Little Penny gets honey ham, Daddy gets bologna. It's all good. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I reload, so I can go out hunt and I don't have to eat bologna. I don't like bologna.
I started reloading too.
I want to eat steak.
Right. I did the same thing too when I started reloading. I wanted to reload because I wanted to be able to shoot more. Where I could save the cost and whatnot like that. I mean, there
you go. You see behind me what I've got.
Yeah, exactly. Ask as a kid or young adult to do something, they say, why don't you do it? Why didn't I think of that? My daughter got a 1022 for her first gun. Everybody needs to gun. Yeah, I agree. Everybody needs to experience life. There's a lot of lost translation.
I've still got my first gun ever, and my oldest claimed it when I first taught her to shoot at 5. So I've got to ask to use my own damn gun anymore. It got confiscated.
Yeah, I don't have mine. I sold mine, unfortunately. I had a Mossberg. I got a Mossberg 500 for my first gun, and it was a match pair 20 gauge plug gun, and because we were only allowed to deer hunt with shotguns back in the day. So yeah.
I regret selling my first shotgun. It was an old break open New England Arms 20 gauge.
Yeah, that's a good gun.
Yeah, what I got is a little Savage Mark II bolt action 22. That was Dad gave me that for my 13th birthday, and I told him then I'd never sell it or do anything with it. And by God, I condition his stock every year just to make sure I keep my word. He's gone, but the 22's still here.
Heck yeah! Can't beat having a 22.
Every house needs one.
Exactly. My first was Glock 27. Wish I still had it. That's an awkward one.
Ow! I've got one.
Princess Jamie left to go play with JD. Hey guys. Well,
hey Joshua.
I think we had a pretty good live stream tonight, guys. I didn't get too rowdy. Only had a couple cold snacks, and I think Everyday Fleet Tech and I had a pretty good conversation, and I think that we had I think we came out with a lot of stuff that was pretty good stuff to talk about. Definitely topics that aren't touched on enough. People talk about the tool trucks, but they don't talk about their longevity. In the long run, my thing is I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be a long time to get rid of a lot of dealers. You're talking in the big scheme of things between Cornwell, Matco, Mac, and Snap-on worldwide. You're talking over 10,000 businesses. That's a lot of businesses. that you would have to trash. And in today's society, I believe that small business is king. Small business runs the world.
All I'm going to say is, I want you to remember that, CP. In 30 years, I wear a size Colt Commander officer. Okay, just when you're up buying,
it's going to be custom. It's going to be a full house custom, buddy. It'll be a full house custom. So I mean, that's how I roll. You know,
just look for the little bastard that looks like Santa Claus, because that's my retirement gig. I'm going to be Santa Claus.
The place I want my parts from for my gun is in Texas. There's Lone Star. Lone Star makes nice grips. There's a few other companies too that all I need you to do is buy me the parts. I'll do the rest.
I'm man of my word. If in 30 years it's still there and we're still talking and I remember,
yeah,
I will actually probably go see Wilson Combat or something for you. If they're still around.
Oh, here we go. Benjamin Joseph Savaria has asked this question a couple times to me. My opinion, because he's really stuck on these. But knuckle sabers or precision torques, I own them both.
Knuckle saber.
And the old knuckle sabers, they've changed the knuckle sabers now. I don't know if you've seen that. But they have changed the knuckle saber design from what they used to be. They were a lot square on the beam, and now they're kind of round, like the knuckles, like the precision
round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're nice wrenches.
Knuckle sabers, USA made. I'll try to buy US whenever possible.
If he's getting it on a student discount, I say get the knuckle sabers. That's what I told him before. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, if you're getting them on the student discount, by all means, get the knuckle sabers. But if you're trying to save money and you can only afford the precision torques because he's a young guy, get into it. You know, the precision torques are definitely good wrenches.
Yeah, it's not a terrible wrench at all.
You buy a whole lot more of the tool truck without putting up the tool truck count. I agree. I still make great deals. I still have a truck account, but I still pay big amounts of cash too. You know, I mean, I pay out. I'll pay up to $500 on a shot on a tool truck whenever I go. Most of my tools will be paid at a $500 shot. If anything over that, I'll put it on a truck account, paid off in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
that's how I roll.
I pay about $50 a week on Snap-on.
Well, and you know the thing about it is, what's good about the tool truck is versus the internet isn't offering zero interest on their tools.
Yep.
That's the one thing where Snap-on and all those guys have it beat. You can buy $1,000 worth of tools. You know, I don't know what your truck account how you roll on yours, but I know that my Mako guy, Cornwall guy, they're all different. My Cornwall guy will go up to about $1,500 on $50 a week.
Yep.
My Mac guy will probably do about the same. The Snap-on guy will do about the same. The Mako guy, however, he wants $100 on $1,000. Yeah. He wants $10 on $100 is basically what he's wanting.
Yeah, Matco's pricks. I don't know what mine goes up to, but I told my Mac guy and my Snap-on guy the same thing, and I stand by it. I'm a man of honor and integrity. I understand they are a small business. I told them I will never, ever in my life go over $1,000 in debt on your truck at a time. I won't do it. If I get close to that and I see something I want, I'll wait.
I agree with that. There's a lot to be said for keeping yourself right to a point, finding yourself to a point and sticking to it. That makes a big deal.
I've gotten close, don't get me wrong. I've come out to $9.99 and some change, but I've never crossed that $1,000 mark, and I won't.
I have definitely crossed the $1,000 mark. I've been up to $4,000 on the tool truck.
That would hurt.
I'm not. It's not. Harbor Freight is the push mower tools. You don't have to have anything in your tools. Make anything made a paycheck just like everyone else. The problem is I broke more Harbor Freight than have done me good. And they've almost hurt me on top of that.
If you are a DIYer or a lube tech or something like that, or just starting out, Harbor Freight is fine. But
I think you're better off going with tech than.
Yeah. But if you got a Harbor Freight right by you, I can't fault somebody for doing that. But once you start actually doing anything more than oil changes, stuff like that, there's no way in hell I'd go to Harbor Freight.
One of my friends keeps $5,000 tab on his truck. You guys know who it is? I don't know who that is.
I don't know, but I'm so sorry for him and his paycheck.
Holy shit. Bingo's up to 8K. Woo!
Your truck guy would allow that? Most truckers be like, hey, fill up this form, guy.
Craftsman, Husky, Cobalt, and TAC are a lot better than Harbor Freight. The Craftsman, I don't know that I would say the Craftsman anymore. The old Craftsman, yes. We are lacking a tool store. The biggest problem is we are missing out on a Craftsman store. Yep. And I definitely believe that.
Husky, I don't have a problem with Husky, really. They do all right.
He had a blue truck. He had blue truck. Oh, Justin Sturgill. Okay. Last year, I bought a box from my dealer, ran it on his truck account, and it paid off in 3 months. And that's exactly the best way to go about doing it. If you work with your dealer like that, you can he'll definitely take care of you.
I put it this way. While I might be a little salty on tool trucks, I tell everybody, if you're going to go on a tool truck, treat them with honor and integrity, because that's just somebody out there trying to earn a living for their family like you are. Don't screw them over. That's not cool at all.
No, if you're definitely buying from a tool truck, the biggest thing is that you better not jump on a tool truck, go head over heels, and then try to pay them $25 a week. I mean, that's just not cool. Ask your dealer, talk to your dealer, find out what makes them comfortable, find out what makes you comfortable, and then you get it.
Yep. Don't stretch yourself out to the point you can't eat.
Yeah. I feel you, Montebello. Sometimes I don't get a paycheck neither, but that's all right. I got food in my refrigerator, and I don't really care. Joshua, Ken, I just subscribed to your channel. Bingo, Winchester is not as bad as it sounds, including my triple bank, and I got a monthly pension. Well, there you go. Ag Tech, I'm with you. I have no debt at all. I have very little debt. I have very little debt. I have no car payment. I just have a house payment, and I have a few tool truck payments. No big deal.
The majority of my tool debt is my KRL, and that debt is getting down pretty low.
Diabolical, what's up, man? Howdy. I paid next to nothing for my new setup, paying cash. I don't care to waste their time or don't waste mine. I agree with that, Tarek. If you got it,
that's what it be.
Yeah, if you can, that's definitely going to help out. Everybody's situation is different. That's the thing. Is you see these guys on here that are like pay cash, and that's great. And I've been in that situation. But there's situations when I'm not in that situation. Your situation, you have to work around the tool trucks. You have to work in tools your whole life. Everything you do. I hear you, Diabolical. I'm tired too. You have to work around what's in your life. And your best way to be, yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. I don't have a whole lot of shit neither. I have a whole lot of junk. That's basically what I got too, but it's all my junk. I own all my presses, guns, the majority of my stuff I own. I mean, compared to what debt I do have from the tool trucks, I think my total tool truck debt right now is probably right just under 5K, which is pretty good. A lot of guys probably can't say that between 4 tool trucks and everything that I own. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm sitting about bad at all.
Yeah.
Between the box and the truck accounts, yeah, I'm close to 5.
Yeah, that's that. But I got 4 truck accounts, and I pay on it religiously, very well. My tool truck guys message me. I get all my email receipts. I get all my receipts emailed to me every Friday. Yep. And if I order anything, if I order everything from text from them, and then they drop it off, or like Grimm's Auto Service said earlier in the chat, his Snap-on guy has a drop ship to him. I have the same thing. They'll drop ship tools. I came home tonight. I had a porch full of stuff that they drop ship to me, and then I have some more stuff, that I come from next week. if I don't have time to meet the tool truck, that's what I have going on for me that I like right now. That's why they're working out good for me. When I try to go buy on Amazon, I'm literally like, you know, or like eBay or anything like that. I hate having to go through for deals. You know, I like going through the vendors like Capri, Tecton, the way their sites are set up. You're exactly right. The warranty process is super simple, super awesome. The gear wrench, I did not have very good luck with, but that's been a while.
Yeah, I had luck with them, but situational dependent.
Right. I literally don't want to deal with anybody unless they have an easy warranty program. I want the service. That's what I go for. Like I said it before, I'd literally go for that. What do you recommend, a handheld propane or a map torch? That depends on the job you're doing. That is a big question for, you know, once again, a map torch is high heat. So if you're trying to heat up something, that's definitely going to be a whole different deal than just Rick, have you ever traded anything in on Mac Tools? Somebody just asked me a question. No, I have not. I've traded in a few things. Burns-O-Matic, Montana. Yes, I agree with that. I retired, but I am too cheap. I agree with that. Why retire if you don't need to? So, you know, I mean, when I say retire at 55, most likely that means that I'm not going to give a shit and I'm just going to do what I want to make more money.
Well, that's all there is to it.
Right. I do exactly the same. I hit my dealer and tell them to run the numbers and send the electronic receipt. Done deal. I love it. I absolutely love it. The way they do business now is so much better than what it does. I could retire too, but I'm broke. I'll be working until they scrape my ass off the street. I blew too much cash. CP, why did you stop selling tools? I stopped selling tools because Mac railroaded me. When I was a Mac tool dealer, Mac railroaded me on a GSA account. I had a $3.2 million GSA account, $3.2 million GSA account, and I asked them to have somebody come and represent, to stick up for me and say that they were going to be there to warranty tools no matter what for the government. And Mac didn't show up to the meeting. And I said, you know what, guys, if you're not going to stick up for me now, then how can I trust you in the future? That's exactly why I quit selling for Mac. And it wasn't just Mac. Everybody else, the only people, GSA for Snap-on is a completely different deal than Mac. It's a huge, they have their own account and they don't even have the dealers deal with anything. So I wouldn't have been in that situation with Snap-on. Matco doesn't really have a very good GSA deal neither, and neither does Cornwell. So Snap-on gets the majority of the government contracts because of that. My dealer lives up the road shop. He talks talking less than a quarter mile away. Anything I order, I get the same day it's delivered. I need it warranted. Exactly, Tino. I love it. That the happiest day will be when I sell my house and I only have to mow one place. I hate mowing. JC, I 100% agree with that. I hate mowing too. I have always been not a fan. I used to have to push mow with a reel mower when I was a kid. My dad made me do that. I've just never been a fan of mowing grass. I hate it. It's garbage. It's trash. Hate mowing it. I met a lot of great people. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what the biggest thing is for all my subscribers around here now. The one big thing that I miss about selling tools is selling tools is a lot like YouTube. I got to talk to you guys like this every day. I had 700 customers that I ran on my route, okay? My route was jam-packed. And every time I pulled into a shop, every one of those people loved to talk to me, and I loved to talk to them. And I loved helping them out. And I loved working with them. I loved being able to help them get tools. And, like, if Everyday Fleet Tech, he had a problem, I would have worked with him to help him solve his problem. You know, anything I could do to help people out, that's exactly why I love selling tools, because that gave me an opportunity to help technicians out. They helped me out. You know, sometimes I had problems in my truck. They would help me fix my truck. So I love selling tools. It was a great job. It's just a lot of work. And that's why everybody falls out of not selling it.
Yep.
Somebody, you still push Mac because Mac is big in my family. My uncle was a dealer for 30 years. So that's another reason why. Not only that, I've had a lot of history with Mac, and I love their tools, and I grew up with them. So it's just, I came onto YouTube talking about Mac because nobody else was. And now you see it, Mac is everywhere. Nobody was talking about it, and there was nothing but garbage out there. The Snap-on tool review, Joel had the biggest video out there about Mac suck. There was a couple other videos, and I thought, this is good. Mac doesn't suck. Okay, Mac is probably, to me, Snap-on and Mac are the two biggest. That's all there ever be, the hands down.
I agree with that.
Then I never really had a Cornwell guy, and I always wanted to try Cornwell stuff. And now I've gotten to get my hands in with Cornwell, and I love Cornwell stuff. Cornwell makes good tools. They have a good company in Ohio, Wadesworth. They're family owned. They're privately owned still. That's what I really like about Cornwell and they're one of the only tool companies that still stick up for their dealers. That's why they don't sell online. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's why it's hard to get a hold of Cornwell tools, because Cornwell still sticks up for the dealers. Cornwell does have a lot of tools, but a lot of off-branded tools. But Cornwell still has their own line of tools that they manufacture by Americans in an American factory, and I really think that's cool. And now with that, they bought the old toolbox, the Kennedy Toolbox factory. I think that's really cool. I think that Cornwell's making strides in the right direction. Whether or not they're good still, that's
up to start selling online though.
I disagree with that, because of being a tool truck dealer. It gives the dealers ability to sell tools. What needs to happen is more dealers need to be able to have a website or somewhere where they can sell in bigger areas. Cornwell allows their dealers to expand way out. And it's better because the money goes directly to them. And I think that's a way better system if they could get it dialed in. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but I know people want to buy stuff from Cornwell online. But at the end of the day, buying online takes money out of the pocket of the dealer. You can't deny that.
I understand that, but here's the thing. A lot of people, when Cornwell tried coming around, they just looked at it around going, who? No, I'm not buying from you. What are you? Who? What? All right, let me go online and look you up. You have an old boo-boo, janky little website. No, it's like crackhead Joe trying to show up and be like, hey, man, I got some tools. Get the hell out of here. No.
I understand, and that's why they do get the bad name, is because of that. Joel, nothing happened to him. Joel just made a video a long time ago about a Mac hammer and the Mac guy not warranting out his hickory-handled hammer. That was the biggest thing. I like Cornwell doesn't try to hide their rebrands. No, Cornwell does not try to hide their rebrands. I mean, they're obviously carrying Milwaukee. They're the most honest company out there, I believe. Yeah. Snap-on's been putting the pressure on people that mess around on YouTube. Charles Abbott, hey, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you forever. Yeah, so I really enjoy my Cornwell sockets. I enjoy my Cornwell guy. I really think Cornwell is if you're fortunate enough to have a Cornwell dealer, it definitely will open. You would definitely see a whole lot different. You would be a lot different because Cornwell's prices are matching internet prices, and you would see a huge difference in your attitude on the tool truck if you had a Cornwell guy.
I had one. I kicked him out of my shop the first time I met him.
Really?
He was a dick. I'm talking about he makes Snap-on guys look like an angel. He was a dick. I told him, get off the property, never come back.
First time I met my Cornwell guy, he was cool, but he was an ex-Snap-on guy too.
Yeah. This guy, he's never, talking to him, he's never been a tech. He basically told you up front, if you wanted to order anything, he wanted 50% down.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
crazy.
Dick.
That's crazy and ignorant.
Yep. That's why I'm like, anytime I ask him anything, he just look at me just going, why are you wanting to know? The fuck out of here.
I honestly, I've had good luck with my Cornwell guy so far. So
I wish we could have good luck with good tool guys. I I miss having the relationship I did with my Mac guy. I get why he hightailed it, but it was good.
I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
He must be like me. It kind of rolls through you. It's water. All right. But now that he's gone, new guys, listen to me, or gals. You don't have to go on a tool truck to make a living. If you can and you don't care where it's made, stay off the tool truck. You'll have a lot more money and be a lot happier. Let's see here. Godfrey, 30 years ago, we survived just fine without the internet. All right, Godfrey. The internet to me is a double-edged sword. Yes, we can get cheap, inexpensive things on it, but you can ask my family. I've always said if I could uninvent one thing, it'd be the internet, because it's created a whole culture of little pricks that think it's okay to talk crap to your face because they've gotten used to saying stuff online without getting popped in the mouth.
I will agree with that. I can attest to that from YouTube.
There's a lot of people out there that just run their mouth. I'm going, dude, if you said that in my face, I'd knock the shit out of you.
There's definitely a different culture in people and what they do now. There's no doubt about it.
It's ridiculous.
My Mac dealer is slipping. I've been waiting for 6 weeks for replacement RBT. Biggest customer. I don't get it. That's they might be. I don't know what's going on. Neither, but I would be. I would be
imported.
A little salt for the Georgia peach. Charles. Yeah, you can't bypass that. The BOGO deals on the blue power set, and they're every bit is equal to gear wrench or anything else. Gray pneumatic Sun-X, blue powers are right there. I wouldn't be surprised to say that the RBRT line is probably under heavy fire right now because they've been selling probably a fair amount of it. Don't know if that's the truth, and I'm not going to stick up for Mac on that because Mac obviously isn't sticking up for me on anything. But I would definitely love to hear from some dealers. I need to talk to Robert Tolbert from Louisiana and see what he says about that. I haven't had the warranty out. I actually have been waiting for a RBRT extractor. Dan slipped out on my RBRT extractor he took my number 3 and left me with 2 number 5s. And now I don't have number 3, and I've been waiting for that for a long time now. So not sure. I'm just gonna order another one from my Mac guy. Kids can't grass. Mom's had allergies to grass. Yeah, I don't buy that, but that stuff right there.
I cut grass today. Some of my dirt come in today. Blew up big dirt clumps from my nose. It makes you healthy. It'd be all right.
I'm pretty sure Everyday Fleet Tech is putting mileage on his gear wrench ratchet.
Yeah, if you look at my Instagram, Everyday Fleet Tech, I'm trying to post any updates I can. The other day I posted it was boringly reliable. I'm still using it. A few things I don't like, but it's not skipping like crazy and binding up like my Matco did.
Yeah. I have never tried a 3/8 Matco ratchet. I've only had 1/4 inch. Now I got a 1/2 inch, but we're going to see how. I'm going to keep beating on my 1/2 inch and see what happens to it. But I don't use. I'm not sure that I'm going to put a 1/2 inch.
You really screwed up.
Well, there was a deal. They were 2 for $300, so I was only going to buy it on a deal.
No, I'm saying if they screw up building a 1/2 inch drive, they really screwed up.
Well, the funny thing is back in the day, Kuhn Trucking had a 1/2 inch that he complained about. Said that it was a pilot graph, and he sold he sold stickers that said Matco sucks and this and that. But at the same aspect, now he's all about them. But you never see anything on the Matco 1/2 inch when you're doing. I don't use a 1/2 inch as much as a truck guy would. So I don't know if
every day.
Right, and I don't use. We use some. We have whenever we do a Ford rear end. Most likely, we're going to use a 1/2 inch ratchet because those frickin' pinions are just terrible.
Oh, come on. I love those. The 8.8.
Oh,
God, I will slay an 8.8 with a quickness.
Well, you're talking about the quick change center section ones.
No, I'm talking about the Ford 8.8 with the crush washer.
Oh yeah, the crush washer. Oh, well. But getting that thing to set in there. How do you it. Dude, I'm a big guy, man. I'm a big guy, and I had to literally, it takes two of us to get a ratchet down on there to crush that washer on them to get those things
I will tell you exactly how.
Okay.
I would love to tell you that I'm the biggest guy in the world and I'm just stout as can be. Dude, after getting your ass handed to you and you get one after another, you learn by feel and you have a really good impact and you run it down to the point you know about where you're at.
I've never been that lucky.
Yeah, it's one of those repetitive. If you do one every single day for years upon years, after a while, you're just kind of like, getting screwed in that bad. I'm used to it. This is easy.
Oh, I wish I was that lucky because for some reason I can't get them to slip down there. So
hit it, and then I just always rotate and go by feel. Hit it, and then I pop it with my gun, and I'd be able to feel. As soon as it hits that sweet spot, I guarantee you,
it'll be. I put 3/4 on them and everything. We end up using a huge ass pair of nip axes and a 3/4 inch snap-on ratchet.
What? No.
I'm dead serious.
I made a tool.
A 1/2 inch.
I made a tool that basically it's a piece of metal that it's kind of curved, and I would run my bolts for my drive shaft into the pinion there or into the flange there, and it was a long bar coming down, so I was able to hang on to it. And then I would hit it. And then I'd hit it. You can swing it. And you can, about the point that bar would just barely move, but not get stuck. That's a sweet spot. That's money. And I guarantee if you put a rotational torque wrench on it, it'd be within spec. Because navigators used to be hell on those. When I was at Ford, navigators would come in. Well, aside from air suspension always being blown out. Those always need to be done, and cop cars, Crown Vics, they needed them often.
This is on the 2011 model. That's what I'm getting. Ford trucks, half-ton Ford trucks, 2011, 2010, 2012 models. That's the ones we have the hell with. That's the ones that are just a pain in the head.
I'll put it to you this way. All right, every shop has one. You've been around long enough. I know you know what I'm talking about. You have that guy that would love to do a trillion brake jobs and ball joints and everything else. But then there's always that one guy that says, give me the rear end and I'll do the motor. Why not? That's me. If I hear, Chad, I have super duty ball joints for you to do, I cringe. If you tell me, hey, Chad, I've got front and rear differentials on a super duty do, I'm giddy as can be. I know I'm weird. Yeah. I'm a glut for punishment.
Everybody's got that thing. You know, I'm the guy that likes doing diagnostic shit. I don't like doing that heavy stuff. I don't like rear end gear oil. I don't like transmission stuff. I've done it, but I don't like it. I like doing diagnostic stuff.
I could do it, but I hate it. I'd rather just dive in root deep. Like
wiring's my gig.
You saw my Instagram where those two Isuzus in a row I had to dive root deep into.
Jesus. That's JC's favorite word right there. You said it. Isuzu.
One of them was an electrical problem child with mechanical issue, and the other one was a completely burned to the ground motor. Like, I've never seen one that bad in my life. You would like to think that they would put some sort of fail-safe on it after it gets past 220, cut it off. No, it went thermonuclear.
Those things are throwaways. Those Isuzus are garbage. They really are. JC just did a whole video on a Isuzu on a truck, and then selling. I mean, those Matco guys get screwed on those little Isuzu trucks. I can tell you that much.
Your Matco guys have a Isuzus?
Most Matco guys when they start out have Isuzus on them. Yeah, they most that's what Matco. Yeah, the Matco guys. Most of them have the Isuzu trucks. That's what they
Not
get. My
down
Matco
here.
guy is an Isuzu. My Matco
Down
guy
here?
is an Isuzu.
I've never
Not a
seen
single
one.
one.
Even Matco guy, when he first started out, he had a W900 Freightliner.
Yeah,
Everybody.
That's like the standard Matco truck is a Isuzu. Little piece of garbage. Yeah, in fact, I know several guys. I know several Matco guys around here. That's what they're still running. One guy who's been a Matco guy around here for 20 years, down in the Pella area. He's got literally. He's been driving a Isuzu forever. I don't know how he's made that thing run.
Oh God.
Yeah, the little cab overs. That's exactly what they are. The little box cab
3-liter.
Oh, garbage. Huge, just turds. JC Smith knows all about him. I know where he's at, but
I can hear it now.
Yeah. I wouldn't have nothing but a Freightliner. My Cornwall guy's got a Freightliner. That was his new truck. And Isuzu MPR.
Yep. Isuzu MPRs, we run the piss out of them. As far as dealers, they either have a W700, a W900 Freightliners. That's all they run. Or like my Matt guy, he had a gooseneck trailer he pulled.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, some guys do that, but that's this good. The reason why they do that is we had one guy that had a truck and trailer for a while, and he got rid of it and got a Freightliner Mack truck because it's a good deal because you can write your truck off and then you can unhook it from your trailer and drive your truck everywhere. But you still got to get out of your truck and then you go into your trailer and it's a mess because you didn't hear shit fall. You hear shit falling around. You can't stop and fix it up. Get to the next stop and then you're spending 10 minutes. And then it's just whatever. Mac should use Mac. Ugh, that would suck. I would not want a Mack truck.
Okay, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I'll tell you, I love the hell out of rebuilt differentials. A Mack differential was the worst I've ever been into. And I did a handful of them, and after a while, I swore to God I'd never do another. No. After they cook.
Garbage.
Could have been I was also working on a garbage truck at the time.
Oh. Those guys.
So imagine a garbage truck Mack with a burned up differential.
Ugh.
You're on a lose.
That's gotta smell like hot garbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no doubt about it. That's literally gotta smell like hot garbage. There's no doubt about it.
And of course, anytime I mention Mac being junk, the fanboys come out on YouTube. You've never worked on one. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a driver. Shut up. I've worked on them. They suck.
All the years I've been driving semis, and I don't have any interest in working on them, but I end up diagnosing the problems with them. 9 times out of 10 as a driver, when I drive a truck, I got an AC. My AC unit went out in my truck this week. Another reason why I'm burnt to the shit. So my AC went out in my truck this week. I didn't have time to take it in. I wasn't going to stop. I got shit to do. And I literally, it's low on Freon, so the condenser's freezing up. And I told the guys at our shop, and I said, hey, can you get this AC in and look at it? What's wrong with it? And I was like, well, the condenser's, it's freezing up. And the freaking guy goes, how do you know the condenser's freezing up? And I go, dude, are you kidding me? I go, I literally work on cars too, and I go, I do a lot of AC. And he goes, there's no way. I go in there and I go, well, you just I'm going to swing by the shop here when I get back. And I'll have you look at it real quick. And sure as shit, we look in there. Coming back, my AC, every time I get to work for a little bit and then it goes out and I go, just peek your ass up in there and look at it. Sure as shit, the whole condenser froze up. I'm like, another beautiful. So there's no way they're going to get it fixed by next week. So I'm going to get a loaner truck.
Awesome.
I'll have to go get a loaner truck for next week for a couple days. I might be working on cars mostly next week. I'm not going to. I might not get a truck. That might be my next issue. What's everyone? What's everyone? What's up, everyone? I'm a female mechanic and shop owner,
Good for
Lindsay
you.
Long. Yes, I'm all about that. Geez, I died and came back to life, and you're still on here. Yeah, it's been known to happen. I have Volvos now. They are junk. That's exactly what I drive, and I like it.
Oh, you like the Volvo? Oh no.
I'd rather have a Freightliner, but that was the truck that I bought. Well, I shouldn't say that I bought. That's a truck that we bought was Volvo day cabs, and they got Cummins in them. What's the difference? They got Cummins
if
in
they
them.
got the Cummins in it, that's fine. The ones we have the Volvos in them, and no, you don't want no part of that. No,
my Volvos have Cummins in them. We bought the Volvos with Cummins in them.
Yeah, no. Some of ours, after doing an engine repair, you're going down the tree there, and it tells you, okay, to finish verifying repair, it makes you hook up to a trailer and take it out for a drive. What's that got to do with it? You had a regen problem. Do you work or do you don't?
Yeah, I agree with Mark Schumacher. If I could have got Freightliner Cascadias, we only have 4 trucks, so if I could have got Freightliner Cascadias, I would have definitely got those. Definitely, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
For a minute, they had some quality control problems, but they're doing way better now.
The worst ones, in my opinion, are Peterbilts and Kenworths. I'm not a fan of those at all. They had the ghost braking issues, and I just don't like them. I don't like how they drive, and I like what I do. Oh, Princess Jamie and Lindsay Long. Yeah, I've never heard of Lindsay.
You got 2.
Yeah, we got 2 females in here. Tech May might be in here still too. She's a female mechanic. I definitely agree with. I have no problems. I would hire a female mechanic. We had one female mechanic that came in to apply for a job, and she never came back. I don't know if she was intimidated by the fact that the shop was small. I don't know what the deal was, but it is what it is.
I've said a million times over. Here's the thing. I know a lot of dudes that say, I never work with a female. Okay, where are all the dudes lining up to do your job?
Right.
Our industry's hurting enough. I don't care what you got between your legs, okay? Can you handle my saltiness? Do you know how to do your job, or are you an idiot? If you can show up, you can do your job, you can handle the saltiness. I don't care what you have. Right. God, come in, please.
Jax, no, I have always been working on cars for as long as since I quit working on cars, I was still working on cars because I had so many people that I had cars that I was working on. So then I got into a partnership with a buddy of mine that had a shop, and then he had a car lot and he needed somebody to work on cars. So I just continued to work on cars for him. And then I still had my customers. So my actual auto mechanic side pays for my tools. My truck side pays for other stuff. I just got me and my brother own a bar. Me and my buddy own a trucking company. Not a company. It's a trucking business. And I own an auto repair shop. So I have 3. My hands are deep into. I'm into everything. That's all there is to it. That's the long and short of it is. I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I just work all the time. That's all there is to it, Jack. That's the bottom line. I would just keep the money though. I wish I could do that, but I can't do that. It just doesn't jive with me. When I was at Ford, 2 of my dealerships had female master techs and some of the best in the biz, and they could hold their own. I've seen really good. There's a lot of them on Instagram. There's a lot of really good chicks that blow me away on Instagram. How good they are. Even Tech May, I've seen some stuff she does, and she's awesome too.
There was a female working at one of our competitors, and while businesses, all right, here's one thing a lot of people know about business: as long as you're cool, we might be competitors, and especially in the eye of the public, we're deeply fierce. We help each other out all the time. Anyway, she was a competitor of ours, and every now and then she'd come over needing a part or something like that. Newer stuff, an absolute sweetheart. I'd give her anything she wanted. So a lot of people, they chirp out, they show up, they'd be like, what the F is she doing in here? She needed a part. She promised to bring me a replacement back. I don't care. She was awesome. She transferred out about 6 months ago. I miss the hell out of her.
I'll tell you what, the biggest thing they got on me is their hands are a lot smaller. It makes me jealous as hell because they can get into a lot better places than I can.
Not hers. Hers, I told her before, I said, look, if we ever get in an argument, I'm walking away because you'll beat my ass. I know you will. Nope. Mm-mm. You ever just meet somebody, you're just kind of like, look, Kong, I'm not messing with you, okay? No. She was awesome, though.
I called females chicks. Did I call females chicks? I didn't even realize I did that.
Whatever.
Women. I don't look at a woman as not being an equal to me. I never had a problem with that. I don't, I know women who drive trucks too.
You can do what I can do. I don't care.
I know women who can drive trucks too, and I've helped them out. I've trained people to drive trucks. I've trained women to drive trucks.
I wish you would come down here and teach some of our drivers, because good God.
It's everywhere, man. It's not just down there. It's everywhere,
We have people that are going out on day runs, literally a run for the day, and they carry overnight bags like they're going out for a week.
They have no faith in your mechanical ability.
Oh, that's the thing. They go, well, what if something happens? You'll be 20 minutes down the road. We'll call a wrecker. They'll be there in a minute. I mean,
I've heard, yeah, I've saw that. It is what it is. I don't pay attention to any of that crap, man. I literally just do my thing and let everybody else do their thing. That's all there is to it.
I've developed a litmus test for new drivers. Do you know how to operate a CB, and does the CB matter to you? If that is a no and a no, crap, I'm screwed.
I don't run a CB.
Do you know how to operate one though?
Yeah, I do. I actually have one that's all tuned up.
Okay, so you know how to operate it.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it, but you choose not to, that's fine. That's respectable and it's all right. But those that say they don't know what it is and they don't care about it, I'm screwed straight out the chute.
Right. What's that? The mega companies turned me away from trucking. Crooked bunch right there.
A lot are.
Yeah.
You can always go with that fine trucking group, Swift.
CB, corn, and beer. Yeah, CB, corn, and beer. Yeah, that's how it works. It is. It's almost 3 hours in, guys. I'm beat. I am whipped. Yep. I am really. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm ready for bed. I got to finish up my laundry. I got some stuff to tidy up and whatnot. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on, man. I think we had a good discussion, and once again, a lot of good people in the chat as usual. I don't think I really lost anything, even though I was an asshole a jackass last week. I shouldn't say I was an asshole, but I was a jackass last week. But I didn't know that. I didn't know I was going to have some. I got myself involved in something I didn't know I was getting involved into. Can't make excuses for being an idiot, but I was an idiot, and it happens. But Lindsay Long, I definitely appreciate you being around. I don't know if you have any content on your channel, but I'll definitely check it out if I can, if you do have any. Grimm's, definitely good to have you. Godfrey's Appliance, good to have you on. All you guys, Turners by Turner, CJ's Info, Charles Abbott. My health had to turn south. I'd still be trucking. AgTech 45, appreciate you. I got to work tomorrow too. Unfortunately, I got to catch up. I am so far behind the hilt. I have got stuff in the pipeline for weeks. I'm actually booked 3 weeks out right now.
I got to record a video and plow.
You got what?
I got to record a video and plow.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't even been recording videos very well. I just I've been trying to get so many things done at one time. Thank you, CJ's info. Appreciate you on the way out there, CJ. Thank you very much. Derek, you're right. Thank you. I appreciate that too. But CJ, I appreciate that more. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all coming on here. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. We're gonna sign off here and head on down the road. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Yep.